Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back. It's back, and it's back, and it's back, and it's better than ever. USA, USA, USA.
Dion, we don't have that contract yet. We're still on the side. That man chuckling in the background is the last standing Samoan. No more. He's the Bombay Big Red Nick you damn.
Thank you, Jeff, for constantly dead naming me every week.
You know.
And by the way, just to be clear, I hate using that term.
I know. That's why I do it. God damn it. Hey, if you can't troll your friends, who can you troll? And finally, folks, the newest bullshitter, still, American Ramrod, Coach Kendo Slice.
Happy to be here. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go beat a child.
So, folks, Kendo's going to go take care of some domestic issues, but tonight we have a lot of fun.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that. That sounds terrible.
Hey,
he's not Chris Benoit. Okay, give him a break.
I was about to make a wrestling reference. It is SummerSlam after all this weekend.
Oh,
so
God.
Maybe somebody's get some smack laid down on him. But folks, welcome into episode 410 of World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. Now, folks, this has been an exciting week because at this point last week, we had not closed out Wokebusters. And over the weekend, we closed it out. So for those who backed it, thank you very much. We made it to $12,303. And for those who are on the fence, well, thank you for looking into it anyway. So, folks, Wokebusters is a big win, and we really don't have anything else to say about it. It's done. As soon as the funds are released, it goes to the printer, and then it comes directly to you guys. So I will be putting out the backer survey tomorrow. I will have more information for you whenever you want to know. That's all she wrote. I'm not going to share the story with you because, that'll spoil the fun and the surprises. But if I may say so myself, it's a quality book, and I'm very excited to bring it to you. So, boys, Wokebusters is over. We can chalk that up as another win for WCBS. We're not going to pat ourselves on the back because that's egotistical. But, folks, you can read us on our second comic book adventure very soon.
Are we not doing 3535? The year that Kendo gained consciousness?
Well, we were gonna use AI to make that into an actual movie to watch.
Oh my God.
The 47-minute opener of Kendo's brain processing is just gonna be a work of art. It's gonna be like something Stanley Kubrick or Ridley Scott film.
The funny thing is, if you wait 3 more weeks, you'll be able to do that.
Oh, I am waiting. Don't worry, folks. The movie 3535 will not take until 3535 to be released.
That's good to know.
Yeah, I know. I'm hungry for some new content. So, folks, this is Alien Month here on the channel. We will be having some drunk commentaries as well as some video content to discuss, dare I say, celebrate the Alien franchise. Now we're 17 days away from Alien Romulus, so we'll have a review for that when the time comes. But I've been going back and watching the Alien movies continuously, and 3 is still a chore. I'm not a fan of it. And Resurrection, I couldn't get through. So
really,
I don't like Alien Resurrection, bro, at all.
I mean, like, I understand it's bad, but for me, it's like that. It's like a trashy action movie in space. Yeah. Like, it's not good by any stretch of the imagination, but it's one of those things where it's like there's enough action and like violence going on to where I will accept it. So it's okay. Like,
it was just on Hulu, and I got bored, so I was like,
Hulu's
got a million hours of content. I'm just gonna watch King of the Hill again.
It is. Listen, I will never blame you for not wanting to watch it. That being said, it's just not a great movie. At the same time, you can enjoy the pure 90s of it. That's why, my sister and I love watching it all the time. It's because it's so 90s. And then obviously for me, I'm a Sigourney Weaver guy. 90s Sigourney Weaver. Yeah, I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? So like, you get it.
I like Ghostbusters Sigourney Weaver the best.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah, sometimes Dion watches Aliens by himself.
That's okay.
And I pretend I'm the monster all along.
We're all the monster in some ways.
I can believe it.
Man, the biggest of all monsters, especially when you're aroused by one Sigourney Weaver circa 1979.
I thought you said the blackest of all monsters for a minute, and then I was going to say something.
I'm that too.
Yeah.
Now I have not won an Oscar and slapped a dude in the face on national television yet, but I'm working my way towards that level.
I feel like the second one will happen before the first one, though. I'm just saying. I'm spitballing.
I agree. My black ass is going to beat out Daniel Day-Lewis's whatever artsy fartsy film, and you're just going to, excuse me, sir, Mr. Day-Lewis, once across the face.
That would be like, instead of it being having a story behind it, like, oh yeah, Dion Green slapped this dude. They've been talking about his wife. His friends. It'd be like, oh no, he just was going to accept this award, a Saturn Award, and Daniel Day-Lewis was there and said something to him, and he just walked over there and slapped him for no reason. I don't know why this podcast, with this meteoric rise with his troop of fellow podcasters with their opinions, physically assaulted Daniel Day-Lewis for no reason. Hey, I do it for the views, baby.
Shit happens, dude.
I do it for the views.
It happens. It's all you got.
My serious question is, when are you going to get kicked out of your multi-billion-dollar franchise contract because you allegedly, beat up a girlfriend?
Well, I think it definitely.
Also, hold on.
I think I stumped you.
Hold on. It depends on what context he's like beating her up.
Was it consensual?
She did not like it. She did not like it.
Okay, all right. It was not consensual, and there was not
and boxing.
Yeah, if she didn't say pumpernickel, then it's not consensual.
Oh, you pumped her nickel, all right. Good, man. Good.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
This is not Nam. There are rules.
Yeah, thank you, Walter. Oh man. God. Yeah, what a week it's been, folks. We've had all kinds of stuff happen on the internet, which we'll cover some of it tonight. Also, too, quick aside, let me jump ahead. Next week, I will be on the Side Scrollers podcast next Friday, so you can join me over there with Craig and Blabs. It's always a good time. Now, guys, we have to look to see if we have a word of the day or a question of the week, because the audience is here. Let's hail the people who... Oh, Clone Geek, Shrubbles08. Now, so Georgian, we will read yours, but we're just going to do the word of the day briefly. Well, not briefly, but it's the word of the day segment. The word of the day is Tran. Strong woman, Tran wins Olympic boxing. Fistful of Tran, how Stella got her
God.
And Tron hard. Now, technically, we're talking about the name Tron, like the Korean name. So
yeah, like Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah, Kelly Marie Tron. Kelly Marie Tron Legacy. There you go. That's what I want.
Oh God.
Oh, I know we're gonna open up a can of worms, but that's what happened at the Olympics just today. I'm not following it anymore.
No. Okay, so it's a thing. People are. This is So especially on the show, when I say things like "Don't let the internet get you in trouble," this is one of those things. And
yeah,
well, people are seeing it. They're seeing a meme being generated, and then they're just sharing it without doing any thinking about it.
Well, give me the context. What
so there is a female boxer from Algeria, and she just won a medal. She won pretty handily, and she kind of got international acclaim because she, due to her looks. A lot of people on the circuit were trying to say that she needed to be tested because she's in Algeria. She got tested by this weird organization that originally said that she had a Y chromosome, and it got all crazy. And the IOC had to look into it, and they cleared her before the Olympics. And during that process, some anatomy thing where her body does create an abnormal amount of testosterone. So that has gone crazy, especially since she won, even though she has 6 or 7 losses, I think. And people just been going crazy about it. And, knee-jerk reactions all over the internet. And, of course, our favorite wizarding author chimed in, too. And now it's proving the dangers of the internet.
Now.
That's where you consider the internet getting dangerous? I thought... all the crap that went on before. It's like, hey, you think you're sending somebody a pizza? No, SWAT team. Like crap has happened on the internet. Far more dangerous.
It also doesn't help that she, as a boxer and as a woman, is completely freaking ripped with like Scott Steiner arms.
Nick, can you pull up a picture of this woman?
And
All
so
right.
that's
Also,
adding
the
fuel
other
to
side
the
of it,
fire.
and Kendo, you're the other sports fan, so feel free to back me up on this one. The Olympics are notorious for people who do take things, and
Yes.
in certain sports, you know, especially when women take a lot of things, their physical feature change. She, as far as I know, she has not failed any tests. I'm not saying that she has failed, but I think every sports fan knows just how, you know, if you've seen the documentary Icarus, that's a real thing. So, you know, right now they're saying that her body produces an abnormal amount of testosterone, but sports fans know she probably looks that way. And one reason she's ripped is because of
taking testosterone.
Yes. So the other side of it, though, it's dangerous because she's from a country where it is illegal to be part of the LGBTQ community, and obviously places like that, mofos see stuff on the internet, and then they run up and throw acid or something on you. So that's why it's super dangerous. People just passing it around.
Yeah, it doesn't help that she's got a really mannish look to her because she's not exactly attractive in any way. And she beat up a girl that was kind of okay looking. But if you scroll down on some of those pictures, Nick, you will see that this lady has, you know, pipes that would, you know, make a professional wrestler jealous.
Are those 24-inch pythons, brother?
I mean, they look like they could be getting close to it. Nick has apparently found the worst photo stash because that's a
I don't know. Yeah, I just googled her name. I'm just starting to look at stuff. So.
That's a clean shaven Roman Reigns.
I saw that too, just right when you read it.
That's fair. I'll give you that.
Oh my god.
Well, so to give you a nice little funny one, you know, MMA fans, you know, she hasn't failed a test in some time. Chris Cyborg is a prime example of that. If you want to pull up a picture, Nick, pull up Gabby Garcia, Brazil Jiu-Jitsu. She is also another one where, you know, has that same pronounced jaw. She is well known for having a heavy horse meat diet. So the effects of certain things, you know.
Yeah.
Is that real horse meat? For dick, Dion.
Okay, well, here we go.
Whoa. Ugh. Looks like
that's not. Oh yeah, that's Gabby Garcia. I was gonna say that's.
Yeah. I just looked up Gabby Garcia and I was like, oh my god.
But yeah, no, that is. Yeah, I was gonna say that is.
Could we give the audience a palate cleanser before we move on? Can you show them somebody nice to look at, like Salma Hayek?
Yeah, give me one. Once again, I'm trying to make sure we don't get.
How about this? I'm gonna stop sharing your screen.
Go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. I was like,
all you got to do is say, "Hey, man, stop sharing the screen."
There we go.
Listen. You
know what we need, Jeff?
We need a yoinked lady from Brazil who only eats horse meat.
And I believe we have the perfect palate cleansing button on your end.
I do. Damn it! Now I just don't know which one to press.
Hello.
There you go.
Man, we'll take it.
That was fucking perfect. Oh my god.
We are world class after all, Nick.
Oh my
we
god.
are world class after all.
On the subject we're talking about, and then you pick that one.
Hold on,
man.
guys. We gotta stop. We gotta talk about our favorite professor. Now, folks, you learn a lot here from WCBS. So much, in fact, that we're trying to become 501c3 certified so we don't pay taxes anymore. But our resident math professor is the reason why we're going to get granted.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true. See, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal. So you got a 25% at best at beating me. And then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastically go down. See, the three-way at sacrifice, you got a 33 1/3 chance of winning. But I got a 66 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me, and he's not even going to try. So, Samoa Joe, you take your 33 1/3 chance minus my 25% chance, and you got an 8 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning, if we used to go one-on-one, and then add 66 2/3%, I got 141 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Thank you, Darian217, for your massively giant, big pop-up pump level of generosity super chat. That's what we're going to call it from now on. Putting the world class in world class. I've super chatted you from Colombia, sending you a super chat from Lisbon, Portugal at 1:47 a.m. Hey, what's up, man? This time around, you going to SummerSlam this Saturday night? We watching Aliens with the added bush shot? Of course, there's no other version. If there's a bush shot version of the movie, we will be featuring it here on the show. To answer your question, I personally won't be attending SummerSlam. Dion, we couldn't really make that one happen this year, but we are gearing up for WrestleMania instead. So,
where is SummerSlam happening this year?
Cleveland.
Yeah, I wouldn't go there either.
Cleveland.
They're making rounds to the Midwest.
Jeez.
There's money in the Midwest. I know that people on the internet think Ohio's whatever, but there's money to be made in this state, man. We get everything, crime included.
Mm-hmm. And listen, Cleveland, a fun little city. I've heard, and I still have yet to go. So I wouldn't be mad to run the Cleveland. Plus,
you've been to Cleveland, Dion. We went to the Cleveland airport.
That's right. We did. It was under construction and not fun. So that might be a bad example.
In Texas that day.
I have a rule. Like, if bodies of water close by catch on fire, and I know it's been a long time since the Cuyahoga has burned, but I feel like that is just a bad sign because water is not supposed to be on fire or burn in any way. So
right you are, Kendo. Right you are.
Even if it's been like 50 years, I still think it's probably bad juju to go to a place where the river has caught on fire.
I agree. When I went there in 2004, you could just feel something was off downtown by the river.
I feel like Cleveland is the East Coast version of Albuquerque.
There's Kensington Beach in Philadelphia, which is absolute dog shit. So there are actual East Coast places that are worse than Cleveland, Ohio.
Albuquerque is not that bad either. Like, don't go to the South Valley, but most of the rest of it's okay.
Isn't St. Louis worse than Albuquerque?
Yes, it is.
I thought so.
Yeah.
I mean, agree about Rob.
I don't feel safe going to St. Louis, and I'm from the area. I do, however, feel fine going to Albuquerque because I've been all over Albuquerque. Never once did I feel like something bad was going to happen because the difference between Albuquerque and St. Louis, the way I explained it to a friend that had moved there from Memphis, who knows about what crime is like because I'm from St. Louis, he's from Memphis. We kind of have it. It's similar. To which I told him, Albuquerque's not bad because most of the bullets have actual intended targets. It's not just random.
Plus, you could run into a wild drunk John Jones.
That is an
There's
added
always that.
Yeah,
but at least if you survive, you could sue him.
Yeah, damn right.
If you survive.
What's his net worth these days? Is he still a millionaire?
Oh yeah, he fought. Well, it's been forever ago, but yeah, I think the rumor was he got $10 million for that fight.
Oh well, good for that guy. I don't know him,
yeah.
So
he makes a big payday, then does some really stupid stuff to get disqualified and banned from UFC, and then he comes back and it's kind of like how Brock Lesnar. He came in, got a huge payday, and then his next fight got popped for drugs, and they sat him for like 6 months. Then he came back, got a huge payday, and then they popped him for drugs, and he got sat for 12 months or whatever it was.
That's technically he only got caught the one time, and then he went to WWE and then acted like he was going to come back and entered the pool, which was hilarious because then Vince paid him, and he just like, see, this then he just never fought, and I was like, dang, well paid, Brock. Well paid.
It was also hilarious that he entered the pool because he was larger than he had ever been at that point. It's like he's going into the USADA pool knowing he's going to fail, but he's just trying to call Vince's bluff and get a huge payday.
Hey, you saw so in the pool, you have to be in it for 6 months. So nothing has come out yet, but he was passing all those tests while that neck shrunk down to that of a regular human.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing Brock Lesnar with a normal sized neck. It's just wrong. It's like Thanksgiving without a turkey.
Well, I would love to see him with proportional legs though. That'd be great.
Oh yeah. He wouldn't be moving. They'd be,
that'd be nice to see because I perpetually call him Mr. No Leg Day.
Yeah, he's definitely no leg day.
but he could still kick all of our asses at once. So
yeah, with one arm.
Not with 4 of us at once, but still a pretty good chance.
Dude, I don't know, man. He's like a one-punch man to us 4.
Listen, Dion. Just because you're Mr. Hiya in our group doesn't mean he could.
I
he's
would
not
never
gonna get
say
you.
I could take Brock Lesnar, but 3 of my friends are like my odds.
Okay, so the 4 of us.
I distract him because I can at least keep him.
No, Jeff distracts him because he's the largest one. Therefore, to Brock, the most perceived threat. So he's the most dangerous man. He'll punch Jeff. Jeff will go down, and then the rest of us will look at it. Dion will go hiya, and then I'm just gonna be like, I'm out. No. And I would do my best.
You are the worst.
No, we do the opposite what they do in movies.
Kendo's running on the phone. Kendo's running on the phone, calling the cops. 3 of my colored friends got assaulted by a white guy.
Brock Lesnar jumped us, the 4 of us.
You are a big old bitch.
That's what I'm like. No, I just also know that there's a good chance that we will not. One of us is probably not surviving that altercation, and I'm going to do my best to be the last person to get hit and try to drag at least one of you to safety before I take it down.
Try to drag one of us to safety. Fair enough.
I don't think Dion would let that go down that way.
Right. Come on.
Well, good. Dion, put up the fight. You be the distraction while the 3 of us get the hell out of there.
No, you're supposed to help.
You never leave a bullshitter behind, man.
We're not going to leave behind. We're just going to back up like 10 feet.
It's Rule 92 on our charter. You never leave a bullshitter alone to get beat up by Brock Lesnar.
Fine. All 4 of us will attack Brock Lesnar, and all 4 of us probably will get killed.
I didn't say we were going to win. We're just not going to back down. All right?
Right.
Oh, my God.
At least dial 911 first so they can record what's happening. So that way, if we don't remember what happened, we at least have recording of what happened.
Kendo, we're going to record it and put it on the channel. How we got our asses beat by Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar kicked the shit out of all 4 of us, and it only took him 5 punches.
No, 3. Which one of you went down by yourselves?
I beat up 4 guys with 3 punches. He is Brock Lesnar.
I mean, come on, Chuck. Well,
let's also be honest about the 3 punches, and he's winded. He's gonna just be on the floor hunched over, like breathing hard.
Maybe that should be our strategy. We just got to keep him moving as long as possible before he gasses out.
He has a weakness. You hit him in the stomach.
That's true.
Seriously,
that's true.
He's got diverticulitis. He's not invincible because we watched was it Alistair Overeem? He kicks him in the gut and just like goes down like that. I mean, I'm not saying we're gonna whoop his ass, but
Brock Lesnar, fan of our body punches. He's listening to it right now up there in Canada someplace, and he's like, "These motherfuckers think they could take me on." And the next thing you know, like you get a letter from like Brock Lesnar's publishers saying that he wants to set up a fight.
Brock Lesnar Entertainment Incorporated.
Yeah, he's like, and he meets us, and he's like, "Yeah, big fan, but you guys can't take me." It's like we never said we could.
Yeah,
we're
not stupid. He just calls us up. He's like, "Listen, boys, I think we can make a video out of this."
That would be pretty funny.
We're not remaking Juicy Smollett. Okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
There's no polar vortex where we're going. We're filming this shit in Miami.
Fair enough.
Or Subway.
Hey, apparently he has a wonderful gym up at his compound in Minnesota.
I love how you said compound, like he's David Koresh.
Well, maybe Brock Lesnar will invite us over to work out because clearly we're that type. So yeah, we're gonna go lift. Hey, let's change our narrative. I don't want to fight Brock Lesnar. Let's go lift with Brock Lesnar. At least we won't look like complete assholes. Maybe. I don't know. Oh,
that would be fun.
Now, guys, we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight, so we're gonna start moving forward so we can make that happen. Now, first off, let's see. We have our word of the day. We also have our. Sorry, I'm looking at the show notes right here. I have a question of the week for you guys. This is a fun one. If you had to die in a horror movie, how would you want to go? Shoot an email to info@worldclassbullshitters.com. And Nick is our resident horror expert. So, Nick, how would you want to go? Or, what's a great horror death that you'd want to see yourself take? If it's like a wrestling finisher.
Let's see. What the singular fatal bite of a zombie attack, just one, and then you have to slowly turn into one, and then you become a zombie, because I wouldn't want to get eaten by a lot of them because that would suck. So if I get the one mistaken bite and then I have to survive for X amount of time until I turn, that's what I would want.
Dion, what about you?
I want to do if I can do any horror film death, I want to do the one anything similar to the Vasquez and Aliens. Anywhere where like I'm wounded and the monster's coming towards me, and I'm pulling a Dutch and Predator. Come on, kill me right now, do it. And you guys are trying to get away, and one of you is like all dramatic, no, and the other two are like, we gotta get out of here. No, he's gone. He's done. He can't do it. And I'm like, come on, you piece of shit. Come on. And I wait till it's right there and I hit the button. That's how I want to go. That's how I want to go.
Damn. That is that's in depth, Dion. I expect nothing less. Kendo, thanks. What about you, my friend? Oh, okay. So, Kendo, we're talking about movie deaths, obviously. He's like, oh.
He wants to die and keep silent, or whatever that movie's called.
Fine. So, you know what? We're going to give
Kendo all right, hang on. Yeah, so there was a screaming child. So I
okay. It. We were going to give you the Day of the Dead death. Choke on him.
No, what I was saying was on Shaun of the Dead, when the one guy gets pulled out the window and the zombies are ripping his guts out as he's like, That's
literally the same death I'm talking about, isn't it, Nick? I'm talking about the original inspiration for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, that one too. I'm a little distracted right now. Calm down. He's going through the terrible twos, and he's not going to get a terrible 5.
You know what? I'm going to calm it down. Dion, I'm going to bring out Buffalo Jeff for the whole show. How's that, buddy? Will that be calm enough for you?
No, I prefer that you not do that.
All right, cool. Yeah, me neither. I want to
because if you do, he doesn't have an emergency and have to leave.
No, we're going to be playing some Fuck, Marry, Kills with wrestling ladies tonight, and we're going to be talking about SummerSlam in honor of this weekend. So there's a lot of stuff left to listen to tonight, folks. Oh, and I also, in a moment, I'm going to have a review of that new M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, what is it? Trapped?
Trapped. Yeah.
Trapped.
Yes. The twist is, well, if you saw the trailer, you saw the twist. That's about as much as I'll tell you right now.
That's really like and once again, like I'm sure a lot of people watch trailer, and I was just like, oh, you kind of know what's going on, but like, I don't know.
Well, as soon as Coach Kendo comes back, Georgian has a question for him. I gotta say this though, Josh Hartnett is a much better actor than I ever gave him credit for. Like the older he gets, especially after Operation Fortune and now this, I'm like, all right, well, you're no longer the kid from The Faculty. You're a decent actor.
The kid from The Faculty.
It was that or Halloween H2O, bro.
Oh God, Halloween H2O. Halloween H2O was like
freaking 90s kid. You.
Halloween H2O over him was like peak like angsty 90s grunge kid. Like that's what he was.
If your mom's Jamie Lee Curtis, it makes sense though.
Yeah, she's a lot of emotional baggage.
Yeah, this guy tried to kill me once. Okay, like 4 times in one night.
It was
died. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was only one night, Mom. Calm down. It only happened once. Jesus.
Did he kill you? Are you dead? No. Come on, we're here. It's been 20 years.
Keep sipping on your vodka in the freezer. You'll be fine.
Yeah, Laurie Strode was an alcoholic.
Busta Rhymes saved you a couple times. Calm down, Mom. Let it go.
Trick or treat, motherfucker. Coach Kendo.
It's fine. I'm not going to go into it.
You got a question from Georgian. Coach Kendo, thoughts on the Razor Fist opinion Woodrow Wilson was a poor man's Abe Lincoln? Wilson carried out lesser version of Lincoln's policies. Speaking of tyrants, Palpatine choices, beer or what?
We know what Palpatine's choice of beer, though, is, don't we?
All right, so once again, I've seen Razor Fist's video about Abraham Lincoln. It's full of lost causery, even though he claims it's not. Yes, Lincoln did some crazy things like the writ of habeas corpus, jailing journalists, things like that. But he did it to help the Union stay together, which, if you don't think that's a good thing, go get your little flag and go sit outside at your lemonade stand and be upset. But Wilson went further. Wilson is responsible for all the ills of the 20th century for the most part. He's responsible for the rise of communism. He's sideways responsible for World War I leading to World War II. He's responsible for the income tax. He's responsible for the Fed. Let's see, other things he's responsible for. He's responsible for us being involved in a bunch of conflicts where we didn't belong. And there's probably plenty of other things that I just don't have in my head right now. But to try to compare Wilson to Lincoln is apples to oranges. To try to call Lincoln a tyrant is lost causery. You can say the things about him to jail and the journalist. You can talk about all that stuff. But at the end of the day, while you don't agree with it, I don't think he should have done it. But the outcome of his administration was far better than any of the outcomes of the Wilson administration, including the fact that for the last 2 years of it, he was debilitated and mentally incompetent, and his wife was running the country. So Lincoln wasn't a tyrant. Woodrow Wilson is, in hindsight, kind of a tyrant. And sure, Palpatine, yeah, he was a tyrant. So whatever. Lost causery. Stop it.
Well, let's drink in honor of Palpatine, shall we?
It is pointless to resist, my son.
I was thirsty, sorry.
The best beer in the world.
No, the best beer in the galaxy, Nick.
The best beer in the
Okay?
That's right.
From our universe to the Star Wars universe, this show is not sponsored by Cervezas Crystal, but one day we'll probably go somewhere more domestic.
It's very nice Viking honor from Highland Park. Single malt scotch, because that's the best kind.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is spicy and well-rounded, according to the back of the bottle.
That could describe many different ladies, like J-Lo.
Oh, that was my old yearbooks quote.
Well, is J-Lo
rounded, Nick?
Yep.
Is J-Lo a wild harmony of honey-drenched oranges, winter-spiced fruitcake, and floral peat smoke notes? Because this apparently is.
Hey, only Ben Affleck knows, all right?
Yeah, have you seen every time
he's gone on that ride twice.
Yeah. Gobble, gobble.
And it seems like he regretted it the second time as well.
Yeah, he's the living embodiment of that him outside smoking meme.
I just want to run into him somewhere and he just randomly bitches to me. I would just
Yeah. You just want to use it if you see him in a grocery store, you just want to give him a hug. It's like, dude, it's okay. And he's like, I don't know, man.
He's like, these fucking Jennifers, man. I get it, Ben. I get it.
He's got a type, and I just would have been like, I would have stuck with the Gardner version.
His type is clearly high maintenance.
Yeah,
no, 100%.
That is a bad type to have. You can have a type like I'm into girls like this or this or this or this. When your type is high maintenance, that's when you need to look in the mirror because you are the problem with yourself at this point, bro. You need to stop it. You can spin that cylinder so many times. Eventually, one of those times, deer hunter, there's going to be a round in it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You did it twice with Jennifer Lopez, like you said.
Right.
You put the same revolver to Yo's temple twice.
Say it louder for the women in the back, please.
Kids, and after, what are you thinking, Ben?
Yeah, dude. At this point, you did it to yourself, and I don't feel sorry for you.
Nope. Well, Ben Affleck, if you need relationship advice from WCBS, that is also what's wrong with your life.
Yeah, if you want to fly us out and just
we'll hang out with you.
Yeah, and go golf and
you were the moms and phantoms, yo.
Yeah.
You probably can't drink with Ben Affleck, but
yeah, no cervezas crystal for Ben.
Okay, all right, fine. We'll smoke it up then. It's fine.
We'll go to a hookah bar. Yeah,
go to a hookah bar.
We don't want to be the reason why Ben Affleck relapses.
Because he does some random ass podcast and goes down a path which he cannot return.
We're on TMZ.
We're on TMZ. Profiling all four of us. I'll get the blame because that's just usually how things work in the media. And
this is an example of it being your fault.
It's a fourth my fault.
How is it the rest of our faults?
if we're all four going out there with him to drink with him and cause him to relapse, it's all four of our faults.
Sir, I'm not going to make Ben Affleck relapse. What are you fucking going on about? That's messed
I'm
up,
not
man.
either. It was Nick's idea.
I heard you say relapse Ben Affleck, bro. Folks in the chat, did you hear Kendo talk about wanting to cause Ben Affleck to relapse? Press
No,
one.
I said we
Fine.
Fine.
I'll take the hit, and it's fine. I wanted him to relapse. Okay, it's fine.
I don't want him to relapse.
Yeah.
There's a nice hookah bar like strip club thing happening here in Atlanta, so you know that's always a thing.
Well, Nick, we have Dragon Con.
It's gonna be interesting for sure. It's gonna be very interesting.
We should get a bunch of nerdy people to go to a strip club and film their reactions.
You know, a lot of it's just going to be.
Well, I don't know, man. If we get to know the right people, there might be a nerdy strip club happening. There might be a nerdy strip club thing happening in one of the rooms. Who knows?
We are the right people. Come on, man. Let's stop talking about if we know the right people. We can make this happen.
Oh no, we can. I do have a spare room, and I mean the bed can be just thrown into the front yard, so it's okay.
We got about a month, roughly. You can get everything we need, order from Amazon, and installed by.
Dude, I can go down to Spencer's and get it. Calm down.
Just saying, dude. 1 day Prime shipping, better deals.
1 day Prime shipping.
We are not sponsored by Amazon. Do not get us mistaken. We are sponsored by you guys, and you guys requested this.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Sorry, Dion. But at least you get this one to cleanse the palate. Yeah. My favorite Star Wars character that looks just like me.
Yeah. So glad it came out.
Did that show ever go anywhere? Or did it get canceled after like 6 episodes?
No, the Acolyte completed. It sucked. And now they're like, we want a second season. It's like, listen, lady, you didn't give us enough stuff in the first season to warrant it. Oh, Yoda's is Yoda the mole? We don't care, okay? Let's just stop trying to throw nostalgia at us. You gotta make something different. Even if you're gonna take it and use the same name, make it engaging. Like our topic in a few minutes, we're talking about the woke movie Purge. Apparently, it's a political statement to make a universally accepted movie in this day and age. And now we're gonna talk about that in a moment. But Shrubbles08, thank you for your super chat. Enrique Vasquez says, in honor of Boxer, Predator She-Hulk button, please. Enrique, did you see our post on X? How there's going to be a second season?
You one ugly motherfucker.
But she has such luscious hair. Oh my god.
Yeah, that ain't getting me to watch the fucking show.
Dion, how was twerking She-Hulk? Was that the biggest regret of your year?
Is that what, 2022?
Yeah.
It
It wasn't your trip to visit me.
Getting D2 a Switch is my biggest regret. But
What number Switch were you on in 2022?
2022 was his third one.
Jesus.
But that was, it's a close second because I made everyone watch that with me. Like the kids watched it, the sister watched it. I was like, listen, it might not be great, but it can't be that bad. I love She-Hulk.
Famous last words.
Yeah, and they turned it into Ally McBeal, and they've never trusted me since.
Well,
I'd stop trusting you too.
I think Megan Thee Stallion was here. I think Megan Thee Stallion was here in Atlanta, opening for the upcoming VP.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
She's not a white dude.
I saw that.
I'm like,
yeah. Like I was at the gym when it happened, and it was like live coverage for like 12 hours. It was boring as shit, and it was just like I saw that, and I was like, I know who that is. What's going on here? What is this?
We live in a cartoon.
We really do live in idiocracy. I swear to God.
Every day I wake up and I wonder what Luke Skywalker is going to say politically, and why I'm just gonna go, okay, Luke Skywalker, thanks, and just move on.
And that's the other side is, he's gonna say something.
He's making stealing.
It's only going to get more extreme as the time goes on for the rest of the year. It's going to be more ridiculous, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
There are going to be some funny moments.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Like saying it in a sentence that a presidential candidate had Megan Thee Stallion that is pretty funny.
At the end of the year, promise me, boys.
Like,
at the end of the year,
it's going to the White House. We're playing this on the presidential lawn.
Then we become something else besides idiot.
I love how Tiana's not twerking on camera because we only do that on Patreon. You got to pay for that.
Right, exactly.
Oh, hold on. We got a new patron. I want to thank Jason for joining our Patreon this week, folks. We appreciate all that bonus support.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just wanted to shout that out to you guys.
Now, we do have a bunch of ode to some 90s movies. We do have one of them was American Pie. The other one is not really 90s, it's 2000s. It's Eurotrip. We have that on there too. Those
The Crow from
The Crow. We do have that ahead of the shitty remake they're doing. So that's happening. But yeah, we have a lot of good commentaries that are on there at various levels. If you pay enough, you get to really enjoy that. So yeah.
What Nick means, and it's not like an actual euphemism for something illegal, aka sex. If you join the video tier, which is $10 a month, you can watch the movies along with us. $5 tier gets you to listen, and $1 tier gets you access to other things. But we appreciate each and every one of you guys, especially as times are crazier with inflation and all that stuff. We just want to thank everybody who continues to support the channel the way you do, guys. We couldn't do it without you. Now, this is always a fun way to keep a show rolling. And, well, we're just really kind of starting it. Xavier God, Fuck, Marry, Kill, Rhea Ripley, Jade Cargill, and Jordan Grace. Nick, you might want to Google these women because
I am. Don't worry, I am. I'm not going. I don't want to go in half cocked.
You wouldn't for any. Yeah, you wouldn't go for any of them half cocked. Dion, since you're well versed on these ladies, who are you gonna pick?
Well, I'm marrying Rhea Ripley because I like the idea of that being around all the time. She makes me feel safe. I am finessing Jade Cargill because you only live once. Or no, take that back. I'm finessing Jordan Grace because same reason, and then just process of elimination. I gotta Jade Cargill. I don't want to, Jade. I don't want to.
At this point, bro, it's you or her because she's just gonna flex and kill you by mistake. So
I'm okay with it. I'm willing to risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, that biscuit. Ain't limp. Kendo.
So I'm gonna make some people mad with this one. I am going to kill Rhea Ripley.
Oh,
I think she looked way better before she steered into Nick's wheelhouse. I'm gonna fuck Jordan Grace, and I'm gonna marry Jade Cargill.
I don't know. I think Jordan Grace is gonna peg you, sir.
I'm marrying Jade Cargill because she is perfection as far as I'm concerned in a body, and the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Oh,
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that, buddy.
Yeah.
Still learning a new thing about you all these years later. Nick, sir, have you had a chance to look up to form an opinion?
Oh yes, no, I had to weigh things. I was looking at pictures and profiles and stats and everything, and I really digging in deep.
You're going in.
Marion Rhea Ripley. Let's see.
I knew that was coming.
Oh yeah. Banging Jade, and then I'm gonna kill Jordan Grace.
So if I could do like Jordan Grace from a few years back before she got real cut, she probably would make the list higher. I guess I'm gonna marry Rhea Ripley, fuck Jordan Grace, and kill Jade Cargill.
There you go.
There's nothing wrong with her at all. I'm Dion. I'm
crumbles.
Yeah. Well, you get the biscuits, so there you go.
Hey, if Jade Cargill's on my TV, I watch. I can't say that about most of the other women in wrestling, but I will watch Jade.
I will watch more of the ladies than I'm willing to admit for the obvious reasons because I'm a guy.
Well, no, 100%. But actually, they've gotten better at wrestling, and you know, a lot. It's not just been ripping off clothes and things like that. Which I mean, you know,
there's a time and place for that, Nick.
There's a time and place for that, but also like
have access to it.
Yeah, yeah. But like they've gotten they've gotten better at showing them and giving them more to do and things like that. So you know, it's been a lot better.
Oh, that Tiffany Stratton. Space Monkey 0899, thank you very much for your super chat. Resident Evil 2 remake, when Claire Redfield tries to pull a cop to safety, but he gets torn in half by zombies. I'm actually playing that, Space Monkey, right now. You're going to laugh because I didn't have a lot of patience to commit. But I got to the police station, and when I have this game on Xbox Series X, and because it's on Game Pass, they give you the DLC. So I started the game with a minigun and a rifle with infinite ammo. So I'm just mowing zombies left and right. And Nick, you'll love this. If you play this one and you shoot them enough, they'll like break off into pieces like it's realistic. So like I'll take a chain gun to zombies, right out under their legs, they'll fall down. And then when they're laying on the ground, I just keep shooting everything until they're just a puddle of...
That reminds me of, what is it? Dead Space, where you would like use that laser thing to cut off their arms and legs as like they would come towards you.
I am not a violent man, but man, I love a violent video game. Whew.
Well, at least you have an outlet, unlike some people who don't.
That's true. To Jack White, if you're out there listening, I did watch your anime recommendation right after we went off the air last week. The one about the apothecary guy. I have a man of my word. I'm like, you know what? That sounds so weird, Jack. I'm gonna watch it, and I did. And I could watch it again. I could be easily convinced. Dion, do you want me to wait to watch it with you? Because it's just about this little white dude who isn't good enough to go on these quests, but his secret value is that he's good at making potions for quests. It's like
absolutely. I would love. Yeah, wait to watch it with me because that sounds hilarious.
All right, Joseph Pianowicz, what is up, my man? This is a great one. Fuck, Marry, Kill. Liv Morgan, Bailey, and Trish Stratus.
Oh my God, dude!
I know, right? Somebody I love has to go.
He's in that mode too, where he's like, "I'm gonna come up with some really good ones." All right, I'm marrying Bailey because she's like my type, but marrying Bailey, I'm finessing Trish, and I'm sorry, Liv, but it's just process of elimination, it's not personal. But Trish is she's Trish Stratus.
Fair. Let's see. Who are we getting that feedback from? You guys hear that? Is that me? I'm just hearing it. All right. Sorry about that. Kendo, what about you?
I am going to kill Bailey. I'm going to fuck Trish Stratus, and I'm going to marry Liv Morgan. Why? Because she's younger. Because you can marry Trish, but you're getting like 50-year-old Trish, whereas you can marry Liv Morgan, and you're getting like 30-year-old Trish. So it works.
Why couldn't it have been Tiffany Stratton? Anyway,
I mean that right there goes straight to the top.
Yeah, but I'd pick her over Trish Stratus too.
Just remember, these are perfect marriages, everybody. The idealized ones that don't exist.
Yeah. No one that looks like that's going to be that happy. To answer your question, though, Joseph, I will. If we're doing by modern day, it hurts me to say this, but Trish Stratus isn't getting. I'm not going to marry her because I loved her growing up, but my tastes have changed. I can't believe I'm going with Bailey. Just says a lot about what I like these days. And then Trish Stratus, you got to die. I'll pick Liv Morgan. She'll be the finesse. I can't believe I'm saying this, Dion. But I had these, like, when she came back last year, Trish, pronouns pal, and she was with Zoe Stark. I'm like, Trish Stratus has definitely, like, I have evolved beyond Trish Stratus. She's still 10 out of 10. Who am I to say anything about her? But I've fucking, somebody's given me electricity stone. I've evolved. I'm a different man. Let's see. I guess we got three more. We'll read these and then we'll get into the show, folks. Thank you to everybody who supports WCBS. We appreciate all that you guys do for us. So Georgian says, Nick, I've been to a nerdy burlesque at the video game bar in Las Vegas. Player one made me want to drink more than more. That's for sure.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a telling thing because you liked it a lot, or it was just bad and you had to drink more. Like what? That needs context.
We should check that place out when we're in Vegas together, guys.
Ooh.
I mean, CBS does the strip.
Yeah.
We'll need suits. Well, we got those. Every day is a suit Saturday in Las Vegas at night.
Okay. Oh well, yeah. I'm down with that.
I can live with it.
We're going to the good parts of the strip. We are world class after all.
After all.
Yeah. We're not going to go to Fremont Street in jean shorts.
No. No, do not go to Fremont Street.
No.
It's not a good idea.
I want my steak dinners to be real steak.
Yes, we'll make sure to go to the good parts.
Oh yeah, golden steer.
Golden steer.
Dude, the Bacchanal, man, that is a buffet and a half. Like
The Bellagio,
we got in there
the
right before they cut
Venetian,
it
there's
off.
all sorts of great places there.
Yeah,
Kaiser's
that was
Palace. They're about
The
to blow up
Wynn.
the Mirage.
I'm excited for April. Thank you, though, Sir Georgian. If we find a nerdy burlesque show, guys, we'll do a review for it on Patreon. We obviously can't film the burlesque show, but we'll film us afterwards.
I'll see what I can find.
See what you can find.
I'll see what I can find.
You know, we're gonna have to do AVN now. Like we're leveling up into.
Are we there? Are we doing AVN?
It's time to go to AVN, boys. For our 10-year anniversary.
I feel like AVN is gonna be. It's gonna be like Kendo and Dion being cameramen, and we're gonna be the talent on next to the ladies and trying to do questions because like these guys can't be next to them. Like they just can't. For their own good. For their own good, we can't have them be tempted too much. Yeah.
Listen. Obviously, that's part of the after hours, after dark conversation. Wait till the wife goes to bed, and then we can talk about the actual trip. Now, you know what I'm saying?
Just make sure you take a shower to get all the glitter off. That's all it is.
Right. She'll go to bed in Vegas eventually.
Of what was. And by the way, strippers wear glitter, Nick. Porn stars, I don't know. I only lived out there and saw a bunch of them, so you just like I was like, hey, it's Riley Reid, and then you drive by and it's like nothing. So I hope AVN's not like that. That'll be a waste of money.
I don't know. I'm sure AVN smells like cold cuts.
Is that where the hot dog in the hallway comes? Never mind. 161. Speaking of nerds and strip clubs, I think that should be a podcast, guys. Nerds and strip clubs. Every year at Emerald City Comic Con, the downtown strip club sends out their girls in costume to entice hapless geeks.
I love it.
I love it. Comic Con this year. I may have seen some of those ladies. I didn't hang out with
I check it out. I mean, the curiosity killed the cat. This cat might end up dead. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. 9 lives, buddy. Okay, right. You're gonna land on your feet a couple more times.
If Dion passes by a strip club and sees the sign says white women, he's going in.
True story. I've seen it happen. He's like,
we've had people tell us that, and I'm just, you have my curiosity, you son of a bitch. You have my attention.
That happened in New Orleans.
I will never ever forget that moment because it was one of those things that like you talk about and you think is like, it feels like a cartoon in your head, but it actually seeing it happen is like the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah.
Funniest thing in the world.
Our lives are very animated, let's be honest. Like we have a lot of crazy shit happening between the four of us. Xavier to God. Dion and Kendo ranked these NBA players from least to greatest. MJ, Kobe, Kareem, Magic, LeBron, Jerry West, Wilt, Bill Russell, and Curry.
So Curry goes to the least because every one of them is better than him. The problem is, where does everybody else go? Because you could argue for everyone else almost being at the top spot and every other spot that would occupy that list. Because okay, so how about this? Curry's at the bottom for sure. Everybody that wouldn't, so you can't say everybody that wouldn't fill that top spot because MJ, LeBron, and Bill Russell all have a shout for that top spot. So does Kareem, actually. Magic's career, I don't think, went on long enough for him to be able to claim that one. Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West were both very good, but I don't know. Just based on play, if I do it based on players I've actually watched, which is the eye test, which is the best way to do this, I can't rank Russell, Chamberlain, West, or Kareem. Magic left when I was like 9. So I would say Curry, Magic, Kobe, LeBron, MJ.
Very good list. Very good list. Don't get me wrong. I understand the perspective of not having watched them, but as with many things in my life, as I have gotten older, especially since I've been using it for so long, the joys of YouTube will continue to be mwah. And especially in college, going back, clips, games, what have you, especially when you're bored, watching some BS in the background or studying. That's how I learned about them boys. And plus, I'm not gonna lie to you, Magic Johnson came from my alma mater and lived in my area, so that's always gonna give him a nice little boost. That being said,
Magic Johnson was your neighbor. All right,
that's right. And Steph Curry, he's still the greatest shooter of all time. I get it, but he is the greatest shooter of all time. First unanimous MVP. So that gives him something. So I'm going to do this quickly without pausing too much, just to get it out there. And don't get me wrong. Some of these is greatest to greatest. So these are all greatest players. So please don't be mad at me. And if you are, kiss my black ass. I'm going to say Jerry West at the bottom. No disrespect to Jerry West, but if going against those guys, it's going to be a tough night for him. I'm going to say Jerry West. Then I'm going to say Seth Curry. Then I'm going to go Bill. Magic. No. Bill, Kobe, Magic, Wilt, Kareem, and then I gotta go MJ. As the greatest.
Well, guys, this one will be quicker from Xavier to God. Who is the greatest NFL player and quarterback?
Overall player is Lawrence Taylor. That dude was a psychopath and he smoked crack cocaine. Greatest QB, as much as it pains me, because I am a Peyton Manning guy. Going to a whole other team and winning a Super Bowl. And he went to the University of Michigan, which just really pisses me off. I gotta say, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback. He's just the man.
You whore.
Yeah,
I know he's weird and everything.
In the chat, we're looking for a new black guy to replace Dion.
No, don't you dare! I said, listen, Lawrence Taylor is the greatest.
Ernie Hudson is available. He's still around. It's fine.
Listen,
all right,
listen.
Folks, we need to get Ernie Hudson. You know what to do.
No. I said Lawrence Taylor saves me from that, though.
You're fine. He also main evented WrestleMania, so he matters.
That's another reason why because he was cross-platform. He was a superstar, baby.
So it's really hard to say the greatest NFL player because there's 22 different positions on a field at one time. And somebody that's really great, like Lawrence Taylor at being a linebacker, you can't say they're the best because there's offense and all that stuff too. So it's really hard to pick that. I would say Lawrence Taylor's probably the best linebacker of all time.
Probably.
Best overall NFL player of all time. I really don't know. Best quarterback of all time. I'm going to say Dan Marino because he did a lot of stuff. He set a lot of records, and he made a Dolphins team that was not good a contender for a first-round playoff knockout every year. He set loads of passing records before Brett Favre came along on the Dolphins. Brady at least always had epic elite defenses around him, whereas Dan just had to sling the rock. Now, in 10 years, we can revisit this conversation because I think there's a guy somewhere in the Midwest that's going to be able to take that over as the mantle.
Yeah, Joe Burrow, let's fucking go, Bengals.
Right. So there's that. And I don't know who the best player of all time would be. Maybe Randy Moss, maybe just because he could do everything offensively, but
I would never.
Definitely one of the best receivers of all time. But I don't know. It's really hard to pick an overall best player. But I can tell you, Dr. Coffin Nails, Joe Namath has one thing that he's ever done. He called a win in a Super Bowl, and that's it. Other than that, all he's ever done is get drunk and harass sideline reporters.
Xavier,
but he has one more Super Bowl than Dan Marino.
True. But still, Dan Marino had a shitload of passing records for the Dolphins. He did it with the Dolphins.
I agree. But Joe Namath, cool Broadway Joe, he got one title. And he called his shot, and no one thought they had a chance. He's a crazy old SOB. But not Joe Burrow.
See, he is the best. You can't stop talking about him.
Listen. I like Slim Shady Joe Burrow right now. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm all about it. Let's go, Slim Shady Joe Burrow. Let's go.
Well, let's. I was just gonna say my boy P. Riz is the greatest of all time. Xavier DeGod, thank you very much. So Georgian, thank you for another generous super chat. Seeing Star Wars Outlaws footage is arse. It's MC lifeless. The MC in a 2004 video game, Jeanette Volderman, Vampire of Masquerade Bloodline, is more livelier for a hot vampire chick. Well, so Georgian, let me make sure I got one. Picture of this. So I'm going to start looking into the Star Wars Outlaw stuff so I can get in on the conversation as well. Don't worry, folks. We're going to have some fun with that. I've also been working behind the scenes to start covering the Gina Carano stuff. So I'm working on a video to introduce you guys to where we're coming from. And then we're going to have some interesting stuff here on the channel. So join us for everything we do all the time on WCBS. Also, Georgian, I saw that article from, what's her face? The woman that tries to fight Melissa Mercante. She was talking about how it's sexist or something, that nobody cares about Star Wars Outlaws. And then there was another article that's like, is this game dead? Because it was 30 days out at the time of the publication of the article, and no one's talking about this game. You got Star Wars stuff on the radar, and I'm like, oh yeah, Star Wars is still a thing that people care about.
Wait, which game is this?
Outlaws. It's like the open world game, but you got to be some woman. You want to be Han Solo and Chewbacca, but you're some woman in her like random ass not Wookiee, and everyone's just kind of like, like, just pay Harrison Ford the couple bucks for the likeness rights if you still have to, and put him in the game. Nobody's going to fight you. Oh, man, I have to play as Han Solo? Shucks. I got to fly the Millennium Falcon? Shucks. I got to be, awesome? Shucks. Nobody's going to bitch. Everyone's just going to go, cool, let me buy this game. And then that's how you do it.
Oh, this was the one with the self-insert, like, woman, I think, was in it, right? Like she put herself in the game and made it like all weird and stuff. Was that
they
it?
Always do, man.
Okay, so then like this is like everything else then. Gotcha.
Yeah. All you gotta do is say, is this the one where the woman self-insert her in? Yes, it is.
Oh well, I mean, I know that the video game industry is like going on strike now or something for voice actors or whatever. So
I always want what's best for the other artists, but video game industry, man. That thing seems like it's falling apart every day. It's always
Hollywood's falling apart too, man.
True.
As much as you hear about these studios getting made, all over the world in the U.S., that was money from before COVID and around the time when they were making a lot of it. That's because it takes forever those things to start getting built. So those contracts went out, and now they're building them. They don't have the money or the resources or the want for it anymore because somebody's watching their shit.
It is weird going out to movies and just kind of being, one or two people in a theater these days. Like when I went to see Trap, it was me and some woman, and she was like kind of reacting to the movie a little bit, so it made it entertaining to me. But so many movies today just aren't worth your time. And I was having an interesting discussion with one of our off-camera friends. We won't say his name on air, but we were talking about, are movies even really made to be rewatched? It was like an interesting conversation, and I was like, we need to have this as a group of us soon, because I was thinking, do you watch a lot of the more modern stuff? Like I go see the stuff, and then I go, like, even Super Mario, the only time I rewatched it was with D2, Dion. I bought it, I want to rewatch it, and I just never find myself having an interest to rewatch anything from fairly modern. Like Nick.
Yeah.
Ungentlemanly Warfare. Loved that movie. Loved Operation Fortune. Like, didn't watch him again.
Oh no, I did. No, I watched Operation Fortune again when I was, I think, home for a week during Christmas or whatever. I was just watching something with mom, and she's like, "Oh, well, let's watch a good British spy movie." I was like, "Let's watch Operation Fortune." She laughed her ass off. It was great. We enjoyed it. I think I actually bought the movie as well because it was one of those things where it's like I want to rewatch it and maybe listen to the commentary here and there and check it out. Things like that. So I mean, I even bought, what was it, the other one, Sisu, the Swedish World War II movie where the guy just kicks ass for 90 minutes.
You gave us a copy of that. I still gotta watch it,
dude. It's
Hey, real quick. Good. Speaking of moms, my mom, I finally introduced her to the Lost Boys, and then she goes, that was really good for like a kids movie. Like she was really into it. I was like, are you really into the? She's like, she had never seen it before. I thought it was kind of funny. My mom was like, she's like, that's the vampire, isn't it? I can tell. I'm like, yes, mom.
Yeah. Is the Lost Boys to like Gen Xers as like Nightmare on Elm Street is to millennials? I'm sorry, Nightmare Before Christmas.
No.
Okay.
It's like a Twilight comparison.
Because Gen Xers, when the Lost Boys came out, most of them would have been anywhere between like 7, 8, and like 25 years old. So,
okay. It's a big
range.
And because that's like, we're talking like 65. No, it would have been 20 years old. So it'd be like 65 to like 80 Gen Xers. So maybe, I don't know. I don't think so. I think Gen Xers would be more like, I don't know. Oh shit, maybe it is. I don't fucking know. Maybe it is. Hell, who cares?
Yeah, and you
can't even say that about the millennials and Nightmare Before Christmas, because there's a bunch of Zoomers running around and they are screaming about glories of that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't.
Nightmare Before Christmas is the greatest horror movie ever. I'm like, look, I saw it in theaters like 30 years ago. It was okay.
Yeah,
don't shit on Nightmare Before Christmas now. I mean,
I'm not. I'm just saying that they are taking it to the level of making it overrated.
Yeah,
we're in an era where I think, especially now, we're in the 21st century. We're 20-something years in the 21st century, and I think it's interesting hearing the conversation. Yeah, looking back, and you see the crazy amount of movies there are. I mean, there are movies from the 90s, the 80s, 70s that people don't even hear about. And when one of them come out, they kind of take on a whole new life, especially for us being, four assholes on a podcast. We love movies like Cobra. There are people who have never heard of that movie, Cobra.
We should get the movie Bushwhacked trending with Daniel Stern.
Oh my God.
Nobody talks about that anymore. That was good.
I remember the fucking commercial so well.
Yeah. You know what the best part about all those old movies is? Even though they're like 30 or 40 years old, we can still understand what they're saying.
I know, right? I was so worried the language barrier would keep me from enjoying like even something older.
God damn it, you motherfuckers.
Like, a week and a half ago, I wanted to sit down and relax after all the weekend's worth of crap. And I watched Bloodsport and I could totally understand every word of that movie. And I'm like, thank you.
I love that this is like a constant thing that keeps happening every episode now.
Well, it's crazy, and it's just I can never understand what they're saying. But the point is, the point is,
I love it. Oh my God!
Yeah, I think it's interesting looking back, and again, not to come up with a scapegoat. COVID changed a lot, so it is a different experience now going to the movies, especially now that we realize that it's like, hey, we don't have to watch all these silly ass movies. But I think that type of conversation is a direct effect of having just so much more stuff now, and it's harder for studios to come, or I shouldn't say that. It's harder for studios to want to take the risk, because especially, you're talking about movies that have staying power. One of the reasons that they have staying power is because they were made with shoestring budgets, or they had, there were executives that didn't want them to happen, or there were, in some cases, natural disasters that almost stopped them from happening. And nowadays, you have, studios wanting to spend $250 million on a movie, and they're trying to make it be the highest grossing movie of all time, and you're just not getting the same quality of stuff anymore.
No, and and it's funny because I once again, I keep harking on this. You see, like, especially the studio now, Neon coming out with Long Legs, and that's done pretty well. A24 has been killing it, and also Blumhouse as well. But they kind of have that thing down of like, we're not spending more than 10 million on a particular movie unless like every now and again they will, if it's like a sequel or it's a part 3 or to the the part 3 of the series. But it's not until that they make a certain amount of money that way they will like greenlight part 2 for that series or anything. Like they know what they're doing. They know that money matters, and if people aren't willing to watch it, aren't willing to put down their hard-earned money for it, nobody's going to watch the sequel at all. There's no point in making it then.
Well, I mean, look, you can have the opinion you want about Blumhouse, but their stuff, it still keeps coming out like crazy. Same with A24 and these other companies. They have that model figured out, and it's good because it helps other people. Like realistically, we can make feature quality stuff. It's just about the writing, like the production aspect doesn't keep it away from anybody anymore.
No.
So, use the technology and make the next great thing.
Yeah, and you're seeing a lot, especially what I'm seeing a lot and reading a lot of, what's happening in the next 2 or 3 years is we're seeing a lot of the video games and other books coming out as as movies. Because I think Andy Weir who did The Martian?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I have the movie. I just don't remember who directed it.
I think it is. Let's see. I know
this guy who directed it. You're talking the writer of the book.
The writer. Sorry. Yeah. The writer.
Sorry, I completely whiffed that one.
You're fine. American novelist. That's him. Yeah, his book, Hail Mary, is getting put into production for something. I don't know if it's a movie or a series, but I've read that book, and good luck trying to make that accurate to the fucking book. They could have done Artemis, which would have been way easier to do, but no, they had to go fucking literally Hail Mary and try to make that. Good luck.
I hope Tupac's in it.
And then you have the guy who wrote Clown in a Cornfield. They optioned his book, and they've just finished shooting the movie, and they're editing it right now. I think it should be out next year. So like that's happening as well. So, what is it from? Dark Pictures, Until Dawn is getting made into a movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you have a lot of that happening too. And I think also, how was the other horror game that was made into a movie? I forget, but yeah, it's another one that's happening as well. Like it's they're starting to go to other places to get these things.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That news just came out too. I can't remember either.
To everyone in the chat, thank you. I'm reading people talking about the Lost Boys versus Near Dark. Blumhouse stuff just keeps coming like diarrhea.
Lost Boys Near Dark. Get the hell out of here. I mean, like, if you want to put up a vampire movie battle, how about Lost Boys and Fright Night?
I'm sorry, Nick, but Lost Boys beats Fright Night in every way.
Oh, come on, man.
I just don't listen. It's so funny that this conversation has become vibrant in the nerd space because I was just going. I love the Lost Boys, but Fright Night is so good.
Yeah,
it is a good movie,
but the blend of comedy, the seriousness, I think is a little tighter in Fright Night than it is the Lost Boys, and it's great in the Lost Boys.
I don't think the Lost Boys is that serious ever. I agree with what you're saying though. Like it doesn't capture that starkness. I don't.
Well, also
don't enjoy Peter Vincent as much as I enjoy like the characters in the.
There's a scene in Friday Night and Lost Boys where like there's this musical there's just music takes over for a minute and they're doing stuff, or like there's a scene in Friday Night with the nightclub, and it's just that song playing in the background is like Peter Vincent and the girlfriend are dancing, and then there's the thing with Cry Little Sister where he's turning into a vampire and he's drinking the wine or the blood, and they're having that song for a long time, and it seems like a music video sequence almost. Both those movies have that scene in it, which is kind of similar in a weird way.
Dracula Dead and Loving It wipes its ass with both.
God damn it, Kendo! Fuck.
What a Leslie Nielsen simp! Oh my gosh!
I know, right?
God damn it, Kendo! I have to side with you because that movie is so goddamn underrated and so good.
But that's what like. So that's why I love that Jeff brought this up. So for us, even though Nick's a little older, that movie, I remember it being not a big deal, but it was talked about when we were kids. I watched it because. The dude who owned the Sunset would talk about it, or my dad would talk about it because he loved Leslie Nielsen. So I remember in the 90s, Dracula Dead and Loving It was like, when people would talk about funny horror movies, you would love that movie. And then it kind of disappeared in the 2000s. And now it's kind of coming back. People are like, yo, that movie, it didn't do great, but it's still pretty damn funny.
Dude,
it's weird.
Yeah, I remember seeing the commercials on like VHS tapes back in the day. And it was a time where I was watching a lot of Leslie Nielsen stuff as a kid, a lot of it, the parodies, Naked Gun, all that stuff, even Creep Show, the first Creep Show. And when this came out, and I was just like, Mel Brooks, Leslie Nielsen, I was like, yo, I'm there. I remember watching it and laughing my ass off. Still to this day, I laugh my ass off at it. It's because it's so hilarious, especially when it's Leslie Nielsen and Mel Brooks doing like the last word thing. In the part of the movie, oh my god, it's if you've never seen it, please go rent it on Amazon Prime and watch it tonight. Really, go do that.
Yeah, definitely underrated.
It has been years since I've watched it, so
I can't. I'm sure me and Ken cannot hark on it enough. Just go buy it.
All right.
Well, it's great because while it is a comedy, no, that's it. It's a comedy and it's funny as hell, just like pretty much every other Dracula movie, with the exception of like the old ones, where they try to actually be a horror. But it's so hard to do a horror with Dracula because he's such a ridiculous character.
Yeah, don't you dare talk about Christopher Lee in my presence.
I'm not. I'm just saying
I'm just saying. All right, that's it.
Yeah,
but
definitely like Dracula Dead and Loving It, man. Just go watch it, go buy it, go watch it, go rent it, please. It's worth it.
Well, that's the official take on vampire movies from WCBS. We like
Blade is still the best one though.
Yeah, I'll vote for Blade to get this moving.
See, that's a vampire movie, not a Dracula movie. It's different.
Okay, that's fine.
There's also Dracula 1972 AD, which is very weird. Very, very weird.
There are so many like weird, dude. That is Blackula.
Oh my god. Well, Dracula 1972 is like Dracula in the UK in the 70s when things were still weird, and it's just very much of that era because the kids are constantly like smoking and doing drugs, and Dracula's slowly like moving in and like getting in the mall. Like it was at the end of like the Hammer horror like kind of stuff.
Send me a link to this, Nick. I need to see it.
I got the Blu-ray. I remember like I watched VHS as a kid. Like it's just like it's like a 70s British like teenage movie. Like I enjoy it because it's just ridiculousness of that era. But I don't know if anybody else would. But I don't know. I just really enjoy it. Here, I'll share the IMDb thing.
Well, let me read this super chat from Laughing Stock Media.
Okay.
What is the worst Spider-Man storyline? Peter sells his marriage to Satan, kills MJ with radioactive semen, or Norman shows Gwen his Green Goblin dookie horses. Now, I'll answer your question. Every story you listed was terrible. Now, one thing I always want to say, it's not to make excuses for One More Day, because it is garbage. Peter doesn't sell his soul or his marriage. MJ is the one that actually makes the decision in that book. Because he's like, I can't do it. And she's like, I will. We'll be together again. Oh, it was stupid. I'm not saying it was good at all. But that is how that went down. With that being said, I say the worst Spider-Man storyline is the Clone Saga. Because the Clone Saga, everything was going pretty good. And then the Clone Saga hits, and Spider-Man comics fall apart for like 6 years. And then you got to deal with clones throughout the end of the 90s, and all these alternate Spider-Mans later on bounce off of that clone crap. So, the original one in the 70s drawn by Ross Andrew, cool. I can deal with that for a couple issues. But I say Clone Saga is the absolute worst. And now, here are your buttons that you requested. So first off, you wanted a dookie. Well, it's kind of a weird thing to say out loud, but anyway, brother, here's your dookie.
What's that smell?
Freaking all.
Sorry, Dion. Thank you, Laughing Stock Media.
By the way, Nick, ceases to be extremely bizarre and weird.
No.
What's up, man?
I've seen that movie.
Which one?
Dracula, 1972 AD.
Oh, you have? Okay, all right.
Yep.
All right. Yeah,
I recognized the blonde guy's haircut. I was like, I've seen this.
Yeah. It's very like I said, it's very much like a British 70s movie. It's just that, but with Dracula put in there. So
Dr. Acula around these parts. He worked for that doctor.
Damn it. God damn it. You shut up.
I fucking got you on Scrubs.
God damn it. I'm still waiting for those guys to make the Dr. Acula movie. I will watch that in a heartbeat.
You should look into the copyright, and if they don't really own it, we should just make a comic book of it. Hashtag not officially endorsed by Scrubs, but hashtag this actually is ours now. Hashtag sorry, JP. That Verizon money could have bought you a copyright, but you were too lazy.
True. Oh, man.
We bought your own shit from underneath you.
That would be hilarious. That would be hilarious.
What a very WCBS thing to do. Anyway, let's move on to our topic, folks. I wanted to share this article because Nick shared this article, and I'm not going to sit and read you the whole thing, but I wanted to ask you guys what you think. So, folks, I had this image pulled up just because it's from the movie they talk about in the article, but it's not about the movie Twisters. So even if you're not interested in Twisters, just give this a second, folks, because, well, I hope you find it as interesting as I do, because it feels like we're making headway in a way in entertainment that, well, feels like it was never going to happen. But then they do one other element and try to add something else in there that I don't feel fits. So it says, for nearly 2 decades, Hollywood has seemingly missed no opportunity to sound the alarm about climate change. There have been creator documentaries, most notably An Inconvenient Truth. Superheroes have been concerned with Batman bemoaning mankind's treatment of the planet in Justice League. Nary an award show goes by without a star or several begging viewers to take environmental saving actions. So it was so startling when the weather-focused Twisters arrived from Universal Pictures this month with no mention of climate change at all. If ever there was a perfect vehicle to carry Hollywood's progressive climate change message, big budget movie about people caught in worsening storm patterns, wasn't that it? Apparently not. Movies shouldn't be about preaching a message, says Lee Isaac Chung, who directed Twisters in a pre-release interview that served as a dog whistle to conservative ticket buyers. And that's the thing I had a real question about for you in a second. Trend spotting in cinema is a hazardous pursuit. Some movies just, fuck that part. That's the thing I wanted to get at, though. They're trying to politicize a movie that doesn't have a social message. They're trying to make it the flip side of some of these other films. And that's where I was having a problem, because I feel like we're getting something solid regularly, and they just don't put that in these anymore. These aren't Disney messages. And so you watch a movie like that, you don't even think about it. But now this comes from the New York Times, so be surprised. They're trying to make it the flip side of the coin politically. What do you think about this? Kendo?
Seems a bit odd that they would take exception to a movie that doesn't get involved in politics. Because, like, our whole thing is we hate it when the stuff gets political because we want the political stuff to be kept out of it. Now they're complaining that the political stuff's not in it. It's like bizarro land. It's like we keep complaining. We're like, entertainment's supposed to be entertainment. It's not supposed to be a platform. And now they're like, entertainment's supposed to be a platform. It's like, what the hell's going on here? I hate it.
Nick?
Yeah, it's weird. Like it's you know, now that it's missing, they're like, oh, where is it? Shouldn't it be in here? It's like, no, why? It was never supposed to be in there in the beginning. Like we had these same issues like 20 years ago, but
movies always had messages in them. Movies have always been political. Why aren't movies political?
I mean, if it's a movie about politics, then that's another thing. But no, usually whenever we would watch movies, they were never political. Like they were about the subject and the characters that were in it. That's it. They never harked on this or that, and it was fine. We enjoyed them, and that was it. I mean, yeah, some of them had some of them had messages in them, but it was always buried underneath good acting and good storytelling, and you kind of got it in the end then. But that's because the filmmakers and the people who made it were really good at their craft. Nowadays, it's the message punches you in the face immediately and then turns you off from even watching or giving something a second look. I mean, look at Furiosa. I watched that. There was no messaging. There was no bullshit. There was no anything in that movie. I can 100% tell you that it just wasn't good because it was a prequel for something we already knew what was going to happen. So it was really pointless to make it. That's what killed it. And, you know, this is one of those things where, I mean, and we even looked at the numbers because I think it was 60% down from the previous Labor Day weekend releases, which is ridiculous to think of. But I mean, you know, I'm glad that, like, you know, it seems like with Twisters, it seems like we're slowly getting out of this, like, you know, we have to, you know, get 20 check boxes in order to start making the movie and then start making the movie. They just, like, the guy just wanted to make a good movie about tornadoes, and that's what he did. And the fact that there isn't a message in it shouldn't be the message. It's just he made a movie. It's good. People like it. Let's move on.
I believe that's very important. Now, Dion, what do you think about this?
Well, listen, you know, I will treat that in the way that it is intended. You know, that's one of those articles where it's like, hey, they're just saying the antithesis of what the general public are feeling about the movie, and that's fine. That all being said, that's the type of argument where, you know, you're fighting an invisible enemy. You know, freaking, so, you know, a squirrel or something dropped an acorn, and you're lighting up the tree with your M16. You know, it's about Twisters. Like, it's one of those movies where they tell you what it's about, and then you watch and you're like, oh shit, man, that's tornadoes. You know, complaining that there isn't a climate change vehicle in it. You know, okay, okay. If you, I always laugh at those type of articles when they write it and then they answer their own stupid question. So they say in the beginning of the article, climate change has been in movies all the time, blah, blah, blah. Why is it this one have it in? Well, probably because you just said they're in movies all the time. So do we want something different or don't we? Do we want something new or don't we? Do we want a different take on something or don't we? You know, that's just one of those things where it's like, okay, man. So it's ridiculous. That's a very long way for me to say it's ridiculous. It's about Twisters, you know, the writer of the New York Times, you know, of whatever type of article, twists himself up in the knot and then is like, hey, why isn't this in the movie? Probably because we just want to see Glenn Powell and the Latin dude that's in all those Lin-Manuel movies fight Twisters. That's why. Don't forget you just mentioned the other movies that people can go watch. Cool. Thanks. Glenn Powell. I like you.
How does one fight a tornado?
Watch the movie Twisters in theaters.
You want to know? Because I don't want to spoil it for you.
With a fucking hurricane, that's how you do it.
Because
I don't know. Fireworks. It is fireworks, Kendo.
Nice.
Of course it is. The most American way to fight a hurricane, fireworks.
This is the most American movie I've seen all year. And I'm
surprised they didn't just be like, all right, we got to take down this tornado. Let's get the Apache helicopters up there.
That would have been awesome.
I really was surprised how much I enjoyed that movie. I do want this to be the directive. Don't make it about conservative versus liberal. It's not about that. We all want movies that we enjoy. The article even ends talking about the value of escapist entertainment. When I sat down to watch Twisters, all I thought was, most of the movie I'm going, when is this going to get terrible? Like, I kept watching it, I was like, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's sad that that's a thought in your mind these days when watching a movie. Like, when is it going to get terrible? You know, that's sad that we're there.
Today's movie was more like, when is this going to get really good? Because we'll talk about that in a minute. What up, Blade and Swallow? Good to see you working.
I want to create the movie now where we fight against weather disasters with Apaches. Not the helicopters, the actual Apaches. But we can have the helicopters in there too.
Oh, God.
Can we get Apache Chief from the Super Friends?
Okay.
Yes! Apache. Well, I don't know. Is he like copyrighted?
Everybody should go. Everybody in the chat, go look up a movie called Hurricane Heist and just read that description, please.
I love that movie for all the wrong reasons.
I do too.
No. I do too. No, I really do. But it's just like
my birthday. Remember?
Yeah. No, it was just one of those things. Like, that movie came out,
Hurricane Heist,
and it was and it was actually in theaters. I was just like, God, oh dear God, they made this.
The rural town of New Hope,
Yeah,
Allah,
they did.
has a pair of supersized problems heading its way. There's a hurricane bearing down on the Gulf coastline, and there's a team of 30 well-armed mercenaries intent on looting the local treasury facility.
There we go. That's the movie. I took that too literally, Nick. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
But see,
yeah.
When I watched something like 2012, the worst one's The Day After Tomorrow in terms of like these big epic disaster movies. The Day After Tomorrow is straight up climate change is going to destroy the earth. We have to save the planet. It's like pre-Al Gore and Inconvenient Truth. We were just in this really weird place in this country.
Wait, hold on. Was it climate change, or was it a weather anomaly that happens every like 10,000 years?
It might have been that in the movie, but I think it was the whole message, like how the president would talk.
Don't you question that. Al Gore has all the answers, and if you want to save yourself, you can buy carbon offsets.
I just
sold by a
love
company
Jeff
by
saying we gotta save the planet in a mocking tone. That's hilarious.
We gotta save the planet.
We gotta save the planet.
Isn't
Well,
that
we just
Captain
saved
Planet
Portland.
Scott?
So I'm kind of like
The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart was a spokesperson for Inconvenient Truth. You gotta save the planet, baby.
He's going straight to the top, Daddy-o.
Oh my God.
Damn, we gotta save the motherfucking planet.
Now, dude, next time on the planet, hell yeah.
This carbon dioxide.
Yeah, that's
is
what
baby.
we need. That's what we're missing. Wrestling managers from all eras telling us
Oh
about how
my
to save the planet,
God.
fight climate change. Jimmy Hart, Jim Cornette, Uptown or Downtown Bruno.
Kendo,
All
write
of them.
this down. Kendo, write this down. Let's turn it into a skit.
Yeah,
Dude, I remember the wrestling
Slick.
cartoon. I remember the wrestling cartoon where they went to space, and that was awesome.
Hulk Hogan's rocking wrestling.
Yes. I would watch it incessantly as a kid. It was ridiculous.
It's a very 80s show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure like the video store near my house at the time had it, and I was just like, this is ridiculous. I love this. So
I
insane.
liked it. I like watching it now because it's very much WrestleMania 1. It's just like this is like the first crew of WWF under Vince McMahon superstars, and it's an interesting snapshot of time.
By the way, I just sent in our chat, somebody sent us video from Player One Vegas, a video of that. So that's in our chat if you want to watch that for a second.
Oh,
yeah.
Taker610 sends in a super chat that says some people are the guy wiping sweat off his brow with two buttons to push me. One says hate Elon Musk, the other says save the planet.
Hey. That's so good. That's good.
I don't know. Yeah.
I, for one, hail Thud.
Oh man, good old Uncle Elon.
What a time to be alive.
Uncle Elon really is that crazy uncle at Thanksgiving. Like he is that person now. He is that meme. Like he really is. I love the guy just because he's Elon, but sometimes just like, dude, you need to calm down.
I love that he spent $45 billion or whatever it was on Twitter just to go on there and talk shit to people with reckless abandon. It's like, I'll buy the platform.
Make sure you correct
talk
it.
Anybody I want.
He talked shit about buying, and then they made him have to buy it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he started talking shit to people.
He's like, "Oh, you want to censor me? I'll just fucking buy your company."
And they all got mad at each other, and it's been hilarious to watch ever since.
That's why he's one of the best African Americans ever.
That's right.
Charlize Theron's my favorite African American.
She's up there.
She is.
I'm sorry. It's a high bar.
I never heard of someone that rich talk that much trash about wanting to whoop Mark Zuckerberg's ass, and then we just haven't heard anything else. I'm like, yo, what happened to that? I want to see that happen.
I want to see the people's elbow dropped on Mark Zuckerberg. Boom.
Yeah.
I think he's got the most punchable face in history.
Wouldn't it be crazy though if they do get that fight and it's over in like 10 seconds because it turns like Elon Musk has like been training this whole time because he's just super rich and he's got nothing else to do except for shit talk Twitter and like learn how to cage fight. That'd be awesome.
I would love nothing more. Well, that would be the most idiocracy thing in the fucking world if that actually like if that fight comes to fruition, because it'll just be two billionaires who have nothing better to do than to try to kick each other's ass. That's all it's going to be.
I want chaos. I want pure chaos. I
Wait,
want
okay.
Apparently, the Zuck is really in the Brazilian jiu-jitsu now. If he freaking pulls a Tony Ferguson and does an Eminari roll in like leg locks, Elon Musk. I want to see everybody's head pop.
Okay, all right. Question to you three guys, because you're more into sports than I am. What is the like the night of like the whole fight card? I guess the fight card for the whole night of those events.
Ooh,
Zuckerberg, Elon.
Sure.
That's
you know Le'Veon Bell's fighting.
Now hold on a second, Nick. You just picked the whole card, and those main eventers are not really athletes, so we don't have
once again, no. Like once again, I have no idea what I'm talking about when I'm saying these things. I would just mean like, what is the night of events that would lead up to Elon and Zuck like beating the crap out of each other?
Whoopi Goldberg in a fight. All right. I want to see Whoopi Goldberg versus regular Bill Goldberg. That's what I want.
If I'm getting. I wish if I'm getting what Nick, if I'm picking up what Nick is laying down,
he's wanting us to build the card.
Oh, 100%, 100%.
You know, current people who are getting into that space. Main event is the Zuck versus Uncle Elon's EV model 2.0. I'd say the co-main is probably gonna be Jake Paul and somebody for sure. Probably say Jake Paul. I'd say Jake Paul would finally get his wish in terms of a big name, and it'd probably be Jake Paul and Le'Veon Bell, or Jake Paul and Antonio Brown. Jake Paul. Some other goofy name. Following up, Mike Perry would be on that goofy dude. The blackest white boy from Flint, Michigan, now in Orlando. He's a bare knuckle fighter now. He's crazy. He just fought Jake Paul. He'd be on that card. Probably him and Darren Till, the English dude who never was. Then they'd probably get Logan Paul would probably be on that card too, for sure. It'd be Logan fighting someone. But he would probably do like an ex-pro wrestler. Probably, I think it'd be Logan and John Morrison. And then they'd get what's that goofy kid's name? Salt Poppy. He's
what the hell is Salt Poppy?
Asses. He won his fights. He's actually a pretty decent boxer. Salt Poppy's probably fighting some
Andy Warski.
Yep. KSI would be on that fight card.
Oh my god! Can we make the first fight of the night Gina Carano versus Bob Iger?
Oh yeah, I'd watch that one. Hell yeah!
He'd never take it.
If we could get it booked,
or better yet, Gina Carano versus Kathleen Kennedy.
Again, fights that you have to get booked. Like, we can get one, but you're not going to get the other one. There's no way.
I can promise if they can barely get a license to make good Star Wars, they're not getting a license to fight.
You don't have to get a license for a good ass whooping, Dion. Okay, she's got it coming. Somebody's going to give it to her.
Oh my god!
Do it fast enough, you can get UA Bowl to be on that card.
Oh my god! Well, no, somebody in the chat said, let's see. Brayman Production says they want me versus Rob Zombie.
I want that fight.
I do too.
Oh god, give me like a 6-month head start, and I'll do nothing but work out and like drink eggs.
No, man, you're gonna get your chicken breast and broccoli and rice.
Broccoli and rice, big dog.
Yep. What you gotta do?
Welcome to that lifestyle.
Oh my god.
Work out once a week. Eat chicken breast, broccoli, and steamed brown rice. That's all you gotta do.
Listen, if you was fighting, if I want you to whoop Rob Zombie's ass, that's every meal during the week. The weekends you can cheat a little bit, and you're walking, biking, and literally I would just have you hit pads the entire time because that old dude couldn't take it. Get you a big bag, get some pads. You'd be a killer because Lord knows Rob Zombie can't read a feint because the motherfucker clearly can't read a screenplay.
That's why his wife's and everything. She's like, honey, I'm in this one too. See, it says it right there. That's how he always gets. Poor Rob, man. You should
fuck Rob.
No. Poor Rob is in Rob Zombie. Those two words do not go together.
Yeah, that's like saying poor Kevin Smith. That doesn't exist either. I'm sorry.
Nope.
Maybe
they chose Hollywood. They chose to pursue that lifestyle, and then they fumbled hard.
Yeah, and then they chose to do the dumb thing of booking their wife into a movie and realize they have to do it every time now.
Yeah, because it's now their shtick. That's their thing.
You guys aren't excited to see Jen Swalbach in every Kevin Smith movie?
No.
No.
She's not
Are
the
they
highlight.
Still married? I thought they got divorced.
Wait, he got a divorce?
I don't know. Did he? I thought he did.
No.
I thought I heard that him and his girl. Did we cause their divorce too?
Yeah, I don't want to get
Candace trying to bring that to fruition. It's on his what is it?
I could have sworn in the last few years, maybe it's a Mandela effect. There's a different timeline where instead of us giving him a heart attack, we cause his divorce.
All right, is there going to be a multiple episode or an episode of multiple Kevin Smiths appearing on this show where it's like, this is Kevin Smith from reality where he had the heart attack. This is the reality where his wife left him. And they're gonna have to be like bitter and fight it out, like which one wants to hurt us the most.
Maybe. Oh my god, that'd be funny. It'd be like that movie. What is it? The one with Jet Li where they were like, where he would go to new universes and try to kill himself and be the only one. Yeah,
the epic Jet Li action adventure. The
Jet
one
Li, I'm a martial artist now.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the greatest ending line of all time. My name is you all. I'm nobody's bitch. You are all mine.
Yes. That Sci-Fi Channel like fucking budget movie that was like very like straight to video. It should have been straight to video, but somebody's like, we need to put it in the theaters, and that was a bad idea.
Where he grabs two motorcycles and just hits a guy.
Yep.
Classic.
Yeah,
basically
cradle to the grave.
After.
Ooh.
I want to say it's after.
Okay. After, yeah, I think it's after.
Yeah, but yeah, it's called The One, and it was something.
Jet Li,
it came out in 2001.
Delroy Lindo.
Yeah, that dude's career is still rolling the way it is. Good for him though.
Yeah. Oh, listen, he's still out there,
man. I sleep a little better at night knowing that Delroy Lindo's out there getting work.
I didn't know Delroy Lindo was British.
What?
Really, with a name like that?
Oh yeah, his name's Delroy. You think he's probably from like Mississippi Power?
Probably, but because whenever I've heard him on TV or acting, he always sounds American. I'm just like, oh, that's who he is. I heard him with a British accent one time. It fucked me up. It's like hearing Pat Morita talk without the accent. It's like, who are you?
Dude. I've been through the same thing. Like first thing I ever saw Christian Bale in was American Psycho. And I thought that was like one of the best movies ever. And then like I saw him in something where he had an accent. I had no idea this dude was British. But he's like, oh yeah, I'm Christian Bale. I'm like, what? No, you're the American Psycho.
Could you imagine watching that movie where he's talking about his business card with a thick British accent?
It would be a hell of a different movie.
I mean, he'd probably get more women.
That's true.
Don't look at it. Eat it.
I fucking love that movie.
British American Psycho.
British American Psycho.
That should just be Vinnie Jones.
Oh God, Native American Psycho. There you go, Native American Psycho. That's what you need.
I want to watch.
He's
that.
from around here.
No, what we do is we create the movie called Native American Psycho, and then we get Kumi Nabjabi to play the lead role. Not realizing that we did it, not because we like him as an actor, but because we wanted to screw with him.
Oh my God.
Listen, I still like Kareem Nabjabi a little bit.
Dude, I still, once again, finished watching Silicon Valley, and the stark difference from the end of season 5 to the beginning of season 6 is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's when he gets on the gas.
Listen, he just has a steady diet of horse meat. That's all.
Leon, I'm going to ask you again. Is horse meat a metaphor for something else, or is it literal horse meat?
It's no. So it was Canelo Alvarez a long time ago had popped positive for something, and he said, "No, I went to a restaurant and they didn't use beef. They used ground horse meat, and it's the steroids in the horse meat that made me pop positive." So, you know,
if only that line would have worked.
But
that has to be an illegal restaurant because I'm fairly certain you're not allowed to serve horse meat in the United States.
Well, he was a restaurant in the United States.
He was saying that it happened somewhere in Mexico. So,
see, now that I can believe
that.
It couldn't be me. It was all the horse meat I was eating when I was back home in Mexico.
I went to Taco Bell. Wait, no, that's not in Mexico. They still serve horse meat at Taco Bell. I'm joking. I can't. That's a rumor.
Do not sue us, Taco Bell.
Yeah,
Jeff is making a joke.
Yeah, a bad one, the worst kind, the kind that could hurt the Taco Bell fast food wars profitability. You know that they talk about Demolition Man.
Yum Brands is going to knock down your door and beat your ass.
Hey, support, kiss my ass. All right, I supported you guys today. I bought a popcorn. How much did I pay for this popcorn? Play a game.
$18.
That looks like the big bucket, but maybe not the souvenir bucket. So, do they do the refillable paper bucket there, or do you have to get the souvenir bucket?
You can get this refilled. This is a refill.
So then I'm gonna go with $18.99.
I paid $2.29.
You fucking
because you got points or something.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
Yeah, hey.
That's a real $1 million man move, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. On your 99th dribble, I just kicked that shit out from under.
Oh my god! Yeah, I try. Yeah, I try to go to the. I try to go to the little indie theater here in town whenever I can, but it's expensive. But so.
So since we're on the topic of movies, and I got my movie theater popcorn, let me tell you guys about a little movie I saw today called Trap, starring Josh Hartnett. Now the movie has a really interesting trailer, and I'm not going to go on about the trailer right now because I don't want you to go out of your way to watch it. If you watch the trailer, I would rank it one thing. If I watched it without seeing the trailer, this would have been a much better experience. But it's quite simple. It's about a man who takes his daughter to a concert, and at the police, or when they arrive, the police are everywhere. Not just police, but the FBI. They're at every door. There are hundreds of officers ready to pounce on this serial killer that is in this concert. And this is all news, that is widely available for the movie. But it follows Josh Hartnett as this man who, let's tell you what's in the trailer, he's aware that he's being hunted. And so it's a movie about him trying to wait it out at this concert and how he's going to, escape and all of these things. And it's a movie that is a great concept, but a pretty limp execution, because the movie, when it's in the concert, it's tense, it's exciting, it's interesting to see this guy work his magic. He's almost like a homicidal. Well, John Wick kills people, but he's so efficient. He knows how to set traps. He knows how to do things. It's a very fun character to watch. But then the movie kind of moves off home, and then it kind of follows him being chased by the police. And it's not exciting or tension-filled. It's very much flat. And that's the disappointing part about this. Such a great concept, all for really just a showcase of M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. That's what this movie is. His daughter's the lead singer. They make her the hero of the story. They make it really about her after a certain point. And that is kind of boring, and also she's not the world's best actress, so it very much feels like a vanity project that a director made for himself and his family. Would I recommend you watch it? I would recommend you. I can happily say you should stream it. It is not it's a stream it, guys. I wouldn't say rush out to see this, and I always like to support not independent but smaller budget stuff. But this one it wasn't the greatest movie I've seen.
Dang.
He keeps I think the last thing he did that was really good was Split.
I liked Old.
Oh, sorry, Old. No, Old was good. Split was really good. James McAvoy fucking killed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doing 5 or 6 different characters in one movie and giving them their own mannerisms and everything else was fucking impressive to watch that for 90 minutes. It was great. Old was really good. It was extremely terrifying.
I love that.
So good. But no, dude, he keeps missing the mark by quite a bit. It's really sad because he's got a few good things. He's had a few good things. Even Knock at the Cabin was mediocre.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was mediocre. Signs was amazing. Love Signs. Love Signs. The Happening was a goddamn joke.
Oh god, yeah.
What? No.
We need that button.
Unbreakable was fucking phenomenal. You talk about a minimalist movie telling a comic book story. Holy shit.
That's his best.
Holy shit, dude. It's the most minimalist movie doing a comic book origin story for a hero and a villain I've ever seen that was like Marvel could never copy that. I'm sorry, they could never copy that. It was so good.
Fucked it up with Glass.
I never watched Glass.
It's great up until a point, and then he M. Night Shyamalan's it.
Yeah, he does.
He he just has that thing.
Oh, The Visit is pretty good. The Visit is pretty terrifying.
I like that as well.
Yeah,
I like The Visit.
Yeah, I need to go see Watchers. I've heard mixed things, so I need to check that out.
Devil was good. I like Devil.
Devil was good too. I think Devil just they just announced or they released the 4K for Devil.
There's a better movie than Devil though. It's called
The Devil Bobby Boucher.
No, I think it's called like Elevator or something.
Elevator. I thought Elevator was better than Devil. They're like the same movie. They came out around the same time too.
They did. Yeah, you get that happening in Hollywood sometimes. Like look at Armageddon and Deep Impact.
Or Beverly Hills Cop and Fletch. They're 6 months apart. And
That's true.
Very similar.
Yeah, but Beverly Hills Cop. Come on. But yeah, dude. No, I mean, like, I used to really respect the guy and like a lot of his stuff. But it just seems like he has really lost the mark, and it's really unfortunate because like you keep giving him chances, and he does like okay. It's fine, but nothing's ever like really great. Or I mean, is it because we're expecting a twist, or is it just like he doesn't know what he's just kind of running flat on stories now?
I think with this movie specifically, the twist is in the trailer. I kept watching. It was like, when's the next twist? Like, what is the twist?
That's fucking terrible.
No.
Also, does he show up in the movie?
Does he say, what's the twist?
Okay, that's fine.
He plays this guy.
No, don't tell me because I'm probably gonna go watch it anyway.
He plays the uncle of the girl on stage. He goes, "Yeah, I work for her," and all this crap. I'm like, "Come the hell on, dude! Like, this is the most."
Also, I'm looking at it on Google, and I see that Haley Mills is in the movie.
Yeah, she's the FBI profiler.
Oh shit! That's
a lot of her performance is played over the radio.
Boo.
Because Josh Hartnett, I'm going to answer this question to Taker 610 real quick. Thank you, Taker. Speaking of The Visit, does Josh Hartnett get a used diaper shoved in his face in this movie? Remember, Agatha was the mom in that one.
I forgot about that part. Jesus Christ.
Agatha all along. No, Josh Hartnett is... So if we're going to do like all the Shyamalan characters, I will say Hartnett's character is probably one of the most interesting ones in at least 10 years. I mean, you're always going to have Mr. Glass and I guess whatever Bruce Willis's guy's name was. Sorry. But Josh Hartnett's really effective and he's fun to watch. He talks his way into some of the most interesting places in this movie. He is effective. He's likable, even though he's not a hero. He doesn't get anything dumb happen to him. He does something pretty gnarly to this girl, and she becomes like an innocent bystander. And I'm like, oh my God, that's horrific. So, it has some cool stuff in it. This is like trying to talk about like Deadpool. I don't dislike this. I didn't dislike Deadpool. It just wasn't a movie like Late Night with the Devil where I went, oh my God, like sign me up. I will watch this shit again. So, Dion, I think you would like this one. I think you would enjoy just to get out to watch it late at night. It's not scary in the slightest bit. You could take the family to watch this movie. It takes place at a pop concert, and it's got so much of the movies at a concert. But there is this great joke though, where there's this black guy, like he's a singer, and he's gay, and he comes on to Josh Hartnett at the end of the movie. Not at the end of the movie, like this one part, and it's oddly funny. It doesn't really fit the rest of the movie. It's like almost over the top how this guy like poses, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? So I mean, it's funny though. It's not like one of these like, why is this in this movie? It's oh God. So
yeah, I'm still I was gonna try to go slip away and watch it today, but yeah, I'll let you know too what I think, because now I'm double interested to see what it's like, especially to see if M. Night's it.
Yeah, I gotta check it out too, and figure. I gotta support my boy. He's not bad. He's just okay. He's not. He's not.
More swings and stays at okay, and occasionally he'll hit up high.
That's true. He's not like Nabjabi, so it's fine.
Yeah,
good point. There's not many people that are like Kumi Nabjabi.
He's the worst.
Speaking of Indian people in entertainment, 20th anniversary for Harold and Kumar happened a couple days ago.
Dang.
Is that with 3 U's and 4 O's?
That's 1 U.
Kumar. Nick, I got a quick question about all that though.
What's up, man?
You just said speaking of Indians right after speaking about Kumi Nabjabi.
Oh, he did grow up in India. He's not from India. He grew up there. So,
I thought Kumi Nabjabi was Pakistani.
He is. Yes.
So you're calling him Indian.
Well, I mean, Hollywood calls him Indian.
Accepted him. Good job, Nick.
Bro.
You're growing as a person, and that is what makes me happy.
Well, at least I'm not trying to, inject myself and try to grow fake muscle. So that's important.
Dude,
it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
All it was baked chicken breast, brown rice, and steamed broccoli.
Oh God! And then go with Uncle Dion's workout routine.
Yeah, it's not on the gas.
No. I'm saying he would train me. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sure.
I work out as long as they just play Push It to the Limit constantly. That's
there
all
you go. Yeah, give me like an 80s hits soundtrack. I'll be good.
We can do that.
If I'm gonna rank this among the other M. Night Shyamalan movies, I mean, this isn't gonna touch the rarefied air of Unbreakable, Sixth Sense. I liked it more than I liked The Village. I liked it more than I liked After Earth. The Visit and Old or above this movie for more modern ones, but it just didn't have the amount of tension that you would expect from an M. Night Shyamalan movie. It was a very, very direct film because it had a couple of moments of exposition where I was like, who wrote this? And clearly,
it was a dump of exposition to like convey an idea kind of thing instead of actually like
there were a couple exposition dumps, and I was like, I wrote a comic and had exposition and was concerned that it was too much, but I watched this movie and I went, maybe I don't need to worry about my exposition amount because this movie just dumped it on you and you're just like, okay,
well, no, he does,
guy, you know way too much.
He's been doing that lately because he keeps doing it. Like he'll do it. I don't know. He used to do it creatively. He did it in Unbreakable. He did it in Signs, where it would like there would be like the shot of something in the foreground, and like you're looking through something, and like it'd be moving almost like a Tarantino shot, and like somebody's speaking. He would do that a lot, but it was always very seldom. It was always like quick stuff where he would explain. It would be explained in the movie very quickly. But it seems like later on, I'm with you. Even it happened during Split, and I think Old, where there was just these like massive dumps of information, just like dialogue, and it's like, why are you doing this? Like there's a more creative way to do this. Like what the hell are you doing?
That's the twist. M. Night Shyamalan's exposition is garbage, Nick. That's the real twist of this movie. Like, oh, okay.
Oh man.
No more Game Changers. No more Sixth Sense. He was dead all along. Nope. Bad exposition. That's
okay. Well, I mean, I wish, they would have. I would have loved, back then if there was almost a part 2 to Unbreakable.
Back then, I would have wanted it.
Yeah, if there was like after like 3 years, we get like an Unbreakable 2, like, and that's it. Only part 2. I don't want a part 3. I don't want it to be like this crazy thing. Just give me a part 2, and that's it. Like I would have loved a part 2. That would have been great.
I would, if only they would have like put the song Kryptonite in Unbreakable. Then it would have been the most year 2000 thing ever.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. You mean
great?
You mean the Kryptonite song?
Yeah, 3 Doors Down.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what that Samaritan
movie gotta play. That's gotta play like while he's like driving down the road getting groceries or something.
No, man, he's got to be fighting in the trailer. Yeah, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that would be awesome. Take me back 24 years. That song's still cool, man.
Oh God, I used to. Oh man, when I worked in the summer in downtown Gatlinburg, I listened to that song on the radio incessantly. I can fucking sing it with my eyes closed. It's terrible.
They played it on the Point so many damn times, like driving to my shitty grocery job when I was in high school, and I go crazy, man. When you go, God damn it! I'm not turning the channel though. It's a good song. I don't want to admit it, but I like it. I'll just wait. Nickelback's not a thing yet. I don't know that.
We didn't know how good we had it. 3 Doors Down.
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, fine, no problem, man. Matchbox 20's on. It could be hit or miss with them.
Yeah, be like, at least it's not Incubus.
Oh God, Incubus blew, dude.
Oh my God, I like them. I still listen to them every now and again.
Loser.
They were the hey, I'm watching MTV. Yeah, I'm not watching.
That's really them. Well, the reason I like them, I think, is because the same music video would come on at the same time in our class, like for a year. I was in that class because my teacher was one of the coaches, and he would teach for like a third of the class. And they'd be like, all right, here's a TV, watch MTV, and then that song would come on every time at the exact same time every day. It was fucking weird.
My buddy Brando and I, we sat down and we created a playlist on Spotify that was like the big hits that we can remember that were on that like alternative rock station from like our high school and early college years. Incubus didn't make it. I know for a fact because I didn't add them. I'm going to look right now because I don't know if Superman made that one from. I got to pull that up because now I'm curious. Either he or I added. Let me see.
Superman. Oh my God. Well, there are 2 Superman songs. There's one from Scrubs and one from from the same band, Third Eye Blind, I think.
So Kryptonite by 3 Doors Down is not on that playlist. Neither one of us added it to that playlist. So I'm going to go add that now. High school, college. There's now 124 songs on that playlist.
120.
Kendo, we should do a thing for Patreon where you read us all those songs and we comment on your list.
Number 1, Buddy Holly by Weezer.
Yes.
Oh my God.
That okay. It's only.
How old are you if you're talking high school, college for that song?
Okay, so that was middle school, but they still played the shit out of Weezer on the point when we were in high school. But
my God.
Yeah, no, I will gladly do that. We can sit down and record that, and we can do that after the show tonight. I don't care. I will go through all of these. There's so many of them. Most of them are me, but he's gone through and added a few. And then there's a funny story about one of the songs that I added that he wouldn't add, but I totally added.
It was Christina Aguilera's "What a Girl Wants," isn't it?
Oh, you know what? I don't think there's any women on this playlist.
Oh my God.
That happens with me too. I listen to a lot of instrumentals. Even of women's songs.
99 Dead Baboons is on here. That wasn't on the point.
99 Dead Baboons.
That was during the heyday of the Wild West. That was the Wild West of the internet, and we found that one because it was the parody of 99 Red Balloons.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was just like, what the fuck?
No, we thought it was funny, so we would listen to that a lot over at Lunchbox's house.
The shit that we would love. Oh. Now, Taker 610 says M. Night is the Russell Wilson of directors. Dion, can you agree with that?
Russell Wilson. That is 100% the most accurate. Yes.
Damn.
Yes. 100%.
No one ever says let M. Night cook though.
because we'd all know he'd make chicken tikka masala. That's why he'd make the same dish every time.
Right. Exactly. That's what he meant.
Yeah, no one's like, hey, let M. Night cook, and you don't see M. Night on the sideline going, moviegoers, it's time to ride. Although now he's in Pittsburgh, so he's not going to say that anymore anyway.
Nope, ain't riding nothing but the
ride has broke down.
Oh man.
How do you guys feel?
What the fuck? Hold on. Oh dear God, hold on. I think I think M. Night is wearing a shirt that says "I'll fix it in post."
Oh Lord,
that's our gimmick.
Hold on. Let me share the screen. Give me 1 second. There we go. There it is.
Goddamn neighbor kids.
It's even in green.
Yeah, like it's got a hammer on it, like and everything. I'm pretty sure it's gonna say "I'll fix it in post." Oh my God.
We're gonna look like assholes.
Son of a bitch.
From a distance, it just looks like it says "I'll fuck it."
Yeah, well, that's what I thought it said, but then I remember he's probably like on a Hollywood set, and pictures are being taken of him. So I'm just like, it's not gonna say that. It says "I'll fix it." I'm sure it says "I'll fix it in post."
If I was directing my first big feature, well, not my first, maybe like my fifth, I would definitely wear lewd t-shirts at work just to see if I could get people's attention. Like if I could really get them to focus on the set. Is that wrong?
No, it's not.
They're like, that's a hostile work environment. Everyone's laughing.
I mean, it's only a hostile work environment if you're working union in Hollywood. If you're just an independent thing, nobody's gonna fucking care.
Well, that's the best way to go.
Yeah.
But Enrique, I never liked Evanescence. It was,
oh my god,
wake me up.
That's another band of those women who are our age who watch who listen to Evanescence and then watch The Craft. Like they're that sect of women.
I know so many of them.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong. Tell me I'm fucking wrong.
Not at all, because I liked Evanescence because of the women that they brought in. 100%.
So
my man.
It was fall 2001-ish.
Tell us a story, Grandpa.
Yeah. Brandon and I were in college. We went to the community college in town, and we were going out for lunch. And I wanted to buy the new Linkin Park CD because they just came out. And I'm like, these guys are kind of good. How many payphones were there? There were still payphones. And Evanescence came on the radio. I went to change it, and he said, no, that's cool. I like to leave it. I like that song. But like I told Enrique, there's no Evanescence on the playlist, even though Brandon liked them, but not as much as Ebony Raven Darkness Way. She liked Evanescence way more.
Yep.
Wait,
Going Under does slap. Going Under does slap, but
don't say slap, dude. You're too old to say that.
I know. I'm saying it on purpose.
Dion.
Listen, it slaps.
Dude, stop it. You were in your 30s. Stop saying stuff slaps.
Yeah, that's just crispy. No, it's not.
Don't hate on my Riz, bro. Or wait, no, don't hate on my Riz, bro.
I don't know what you're saying.
I hope something.
Has it been 30 years, guys? Is the last
I think Dion is smelling toast. Okay, somebody call the ambulance.
My Mentos ain't fizzed up, bruh. I'm just. What's the thing they say?
It's going through his Gen Z dictionary.
Remember the slang.
Yeah. And this is where it circles back to how they've taken over the term try hard, and they're trying to use it again, but they don't know how to use it right. I had one of the kids call me that because they're like, do you play Clash of Clans? I'm like, yes, I've got, and they're like, let me see. And I got Town Hall 16, it's almost max because I've been playing the game for like 11 years. And they're like, you're a try hard. I'm like, because I've been playing the game since it came out. I don't think that you don't know what that means. That's not how you use that term. That's not what a try hard is. Being good at something doesn't make you a try hard.
Dude, what else are they saying to try to use? Devin tried to use it, and Diana were just like, shut up, you don't know what that means. What did he say?
Well, was it a racial slur aimed at the wrong group? Because that happens.
Anyway, let's move forward. We do have some Evanescence love. We have Linkin Park love. I listened to a lot.
Their first album was great. I liked their second album. And then they came out rapping with Jay-Z, and he took over some of their musical production. And then it went like this. I'm like,
you didn't like What I've Done?
No. It's like,
there was that weird like Jay-Z Linkin Park album that came out that was really fucking weird.
Yeah,
well, that was when Jay-Z had dropped the Black album because he was pretending that he was going to retire, and they combined, what was it, Encore and the Black album?
Yes, that's what it is.
Which I enjoyed. It was fun for what it was, especially because freaking Miami Vice came out right around that time, the movie, and like one of the songs was in the movie and stuff. Like it, it was the beginning of studio album, like straight up studio albums, like. Business people just mashing shit together and then selling it, and it worked.
It's like, look, Jay-Z, you do good at doing what you do. Linkin Park, you're doing good at doing what you do, but y'all ain't Run DMC and Aerosmith, okay? That was lightning in a bottle, all right? That was a one-time thing that happened to work, but, taking blues music, turning to rock and roll, that works. However, you don't see blues musicians meeting up with Led Zeppelin and they're trying to play together. It doesn't work.
That's true.
I mean, there've been a few blues mashups here lately. You know, they're trying the same thing.
Dion, is it true that your favorite song is still Cotton Eye Joe?
Seeing as I'm not Swedish, no.
You're not?
Nope.
Was that the number one song? In
Contrary
Sweden?
to popular belief, I'm Dutch.
From the south side of Sweden. Oh, you're Dutch. Okay.
Yes, he's Dutch. Now look at his rudder.
Don't make eye contact. That's just weird.
Oh God.
Only way it stops being kosher is when you make eye contact.
Oh no. Oh no.
A kosher Dutch rudder.
Does that mean there's no pork involved?
No, there's no pork involved.
Oh my God.
No cheese either.
No cheese. Oh man.
Well, then how's it going to be Gouda? See, we can keep these terrible puns going all night long, folks.
Please,
Folks,
please do. Please do.
Make terrible puns. Put some ones in the chat.
Yeah. I don't know what he is saying, Enrique. Let's see. 90s and 2000s metal was my jam. 70s was peak music. Also mid 80s.
So I disagree because guess what you got in the 70s? Disco.
Yes, exactly.
You can say, oh, well, that doesn't count. It was 70s music. It counts. And Kenny Loggins wasn't even good in the 70s. It took the 80s for him to get good. Because he came out with I'm All Right, Footloose, and the greatest song of all time, Danger Zone.
The Rolling Stones had good. There's a lot of good 70s music. I like the Stones in the 70s. It's like they dried up in the 80s, though.
I don't know. I'm not too.
They give a shit about dancing in the street.
Yeah, Dancing in the Streets. And Sympathy for the Devil. I'm not a big fan of that song. Everybody else loves it. I hate it. I don't like it.
What?
Or Give Me Shelter. Not a fan.
Oh, I like that one.
I don't.
Dude, get out of here. Get out of here.
I'm jumping. I want Jumpin' Jack Flash, Mama's Little Helper, Get Off My Cloud, Paint It
Good
Black.
song.
That's the Stones I want.
Hey, Jumpin' Jack Flash is my favorite Stones song. But
it's a
you
great
don't like
song.
Sympathy for the Devil?
I don't like Give Me Shelter, and I don't like Sympathy for the Devil.
Blasphemy.
Dude, there's a lot of Zeppelin tunes I don't like either. Can't think of one off the top of my head, but there's some that I'm just like, I'm not a big fan of.
Kendo, name me a Bee Gees song you actually like.
Tragedy.
The one Bee Gees song?
The one Bee Gees song.
Staying Alive, Dion.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That is the song of the 70s. Like you hear
well,
that,
no, it is 100%. Well, I mean, I think that was also in Saturday Night Live. That was like their theme.
Fever.
Yeah.
That was Saturday Night Fever.
Saturday Night Fever. Sorry, not the show, the movie. Wasn't there a part 2 to that? Saturday Night Fever.
Yep.
Yeah, Stand Alive. Directed by John
Travolta.
Yeah, Travolta. Wait, Travolta's in it. I thought it was directed by Stallone. Oh wait.
Oh wait, no, you're right. No, you're right. It's Stallone. Yep, you're right. Because they're
also we got EWF in the 70s, so I'm not mad at that.
Who's that?
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, they're
See,
not.
that's okay. They're okay. I think Bill Withers was in the 70s.
Kiss was awesome.
That's true. That's true.
Listen, if Bill Withers is good, is what I won't stand. Bill Withers is awesome. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes, get. You know, everybody's wedding has to have some Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Mine won't. That's the rule of mine.
But I'm so sick of September. But Bill, you put respect on brother Bill Withers' name.
Dude, I listen to Bill. I've got Bill Withers on multiple playlists. Okay.
Oh, same here. Same here.
I don't have any Bill Withers on my playlist. What should I add?
Use Me for sure.
Oh, Use Me's good.
That's why I'm asking you now.
Yeah. No, Fool the song.
Mystify that much. At least I'm entertained. That's all I care about right now.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm team 80s and 90s. Well, more 80s music than 90s music. There's a lot of good stuff in all these decades, though. It's kind of nowadays where all of it sounds too similar to me. We don't experiment. Everything.
Well, no, is that it, or are we just too old?
there are songs that come out, but then I'm like, wait a second, this is just a cover of an old song that I liked from back in the day. That's why I like.
Yeah,
this
but
new
also
version.
The majority of the songs I like now are covers of old songs.
Are you dying?
He's dying.
Dion's dying. Somebody call an ambulance. Give the man some water.
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Folks, if you'd like to be the black guy on the show, go ahead and send us an email.
It's so true.
As, the show must go on. Dion's clearly no longer going to be with us in the next few minutes, so we need to have that replacement lined up for next week.
Dion, I loved you like a brother, man. You were the best.
Thank you. Listen,
all right,
somebody go call Ernie Hudson's assistant.
That's how I want to die. My best friend's like, man, the new stuff is, yeah, I like some of it. It's all remakes. So that's what I like.
The last things Dion hears is us trying to replace him as he's dying.
Today seems like a good day to cash in those checks.
What about cashing in your Money in the Bank briefcase, Dion, at SummerSlam?
Oh, shoot. I'm cashing in there. I'm going to be the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Sorry, Cody Rhodes. A real brother's about to win the title.
Negro icon Cody Rhodes.
That's right.
All of our icon Cody Rhodes, his family.
Oh my god!
Single-handedly ended racism, friends.
Dude, I'm glad I found that video that Pete always plays. I sent it to you guys in the chat.
Yeah. No, I saw it. It was hilarious. Like, just the title of it made me laugh. I'm like, God damn it! Of course.
Hey Dion, we should play a new game. Am I blacker than? This week is Am I blacker than Cody Rhodes?
Nope.
I love it.
Melanin in his soul. Negro icon Cody Rhodes.
Listen.
Just stop.
I solved racism first, Cody.
Yeah, I'm like as old as you are, Cody Rhodes. Like, shut the fuck up.
Listen, it is funny that the dude that, was a joking age, he's going on as WWE champion, and it's just like, we'll never let it go, man. We'll never let it go. Because
that's always not going to be funny.
And it's never gonna not be funny.
No. And I think he's come out and said that he meant that promo to come off differently. And it's like, dude, it may have sounded differently to you, but we all heard it as, because I'm white and my wife is black and we have a kid, we've solved racism. It's like, yo, that is not new. That is not new. That has been happening for a very long time. You didn't,
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning of the show.
That's the third issue of Terminegro.
Listen, man. The other Terminator is coming back to stop Cody Rhodes from saving us from racism.
No.
Terminegro was sent back to protect them.
The Terminegro takes Cody Rhodes back in time to Thomas Jefferson to give him the idea to do it to help solve racism.
No, the Terminegro is a machine. His only
BBC Model 1000.
That's right, and the Sarkazian 1000 is the evil one sent back.
The Sarkazian
take out Cody Rhodes, but the Terminegro was captured. He was a militant brother who followed early Malcolm X. And they reprogrammed him, and he was sent back to protect Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes.
You know what? I want to make your origin story like partially Black Dynamite and partially like a 70s blaxploitation movie. Just like I just want to do that so bad and just be like the origin story of the origin story of Terminegro.
Where does The Rock come into play in all this to take credit for giving them the idea to do it?
But also, like,
the sequel comes out and he wants a role in it.
Oh God! But also, like, how did you turn into a role? Like, how did you turn into a robot?
We always have a origin story of the Terminator. That's what all the sequels are. They're all. You guys
missed out though. We workshopped it on Good Morning Pop Culture. Like, we have this down. I'll read you the notes. There's a lot more to Terminator than you realize.
We'll do it.
Man.
I'm just looking for the bonus material on the Blu-ray where The Rock says, and that's when I gave those guys the idea to come up with the Terminegro.
Yeah. The Rock came up with it all.
That'd be funny.
Sure, Rock. Just bring it. We'll
funny.
see you in court, jabroni.
Jeez.
Can't win them all, man. We'll hire Stone Cold Steve Austin as our lawyer. We'll beat you out of
Right. They came up with it first. You didn't. Shut up, bitch.
Bring it.
The Rock gave you the idea to say that.
What?
Rock, I've never met you in my entire life. All right? We got to give the Terminator an M. Night Shyamalan style twist.
Oh yeah, let it be.
I'll take the hit. I'll take the hit and do that. It's fine.
Right. He was.
The Terminator can't turn down a Dutch rudder, says Father.
Is that the Terminator gets powered by Dutch rudders?
Yeah,
we got this down. Don't worry.
I have to replace my power core. It's only rechargeable by Dutch rudders.
The amount of silly ass lore that would go into this because of our show and the terrible jokes that we come up with, not to make the people that are listening laugh, to make each other laugh.
100%. 100%.
There we go.
That's a fun fact. That's a fun fact. Listeners in the audience, most of the jokes that we make are not to make you guys laugh. It's to pop each other because we know to work on you all. If one of us starts laughing at something silly we say.
Exactly.
I don't know why that made me laugh, but it did. Thank you for breaking.
So is the Terminator just going to be traveling through time, like righting wrongs and things like that? Is it going to be like?
Protect important things? So
yeah. The first one is to go back to save Abraham Lincoln from being assassinated.
Yes.
Then we're going to have one where he goes back to stop Thomas Jefferson from sleeping with a specific slave because she is then going to birth this guy who's a dick in the future. So like,
and then the funny side thing could be that instead of doing the one slave, he ends up doing a different one. And that causes some other weird butterfly effect to happen.
Or the name of that slave could be named Rachel Dolezal.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. No, what he does is he kidnaps Rachel Dolezal and takes her back to the past to give her to Thomas Jefferson instead of him going with the slave. That's where it would be funny.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. I'm related to Thomas Jefferson.
I remember that fucking Key and Peele skit. Thomas Jefferson.
That was so good. I'm related to Thomas Jefferson.
God, I think that was like first or second episode of that show, and it was just like, this is gonna be a good show.
It was too.
It
was the entire run. 5 solid seasons. Fucking hilarious.
And you would have had no idea of what was coming. Key turned out to be totally normal. Peel went off the rails.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, listen, that's why. Hey, that's you get to a certain spot, and then sometimes you get a little high on your own fumes, and clearly
a little for him, man.
Oh, jeez, oh God.
Nope was one of those.
The good ones from Detroit. Woo woo.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I've heard of people meet him in the streets. He's actually like a really, really super nice guy.
I saw the video of him hugging some old lady the other day.
Yeah. People he's hugging everybody. I'm just like, this motherfucker. I'm sure the other guy would be like, no pictures, nothing. It's like, no,
the idea of Keegan-Michael Key hugging some old lady, like, oh my God, thank you for being a fan. I'm so glad that you loved the show. We had a lot of great times doing it, and we're really proud of it. And it's just like Nick standing up against the wall, like with like a Coke in his hand. This motherfucker.
Only Nick can on Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah.
No. I hate the other one. The other one.
I know. We all know you hate Jordan Peele. I'm not allowed to hate Jordan Peele, or else he'll make
you are.
We're giving you more Twilight Zone episodes about me.
No. You dislike Jordan Peele. We'll say that.
Sure.
I'll say
okay.
That. I hate Kumi Navjabi more. And I hate Seth Rogen more than both of them, so that should make it okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did make. Let's see. Jordan. Yeah, Key and Peele did make Keanu after the show, so that's good. That
was good. That was.
I laughed my ass off when they're in that bar and I can't say those words on the show.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a really fun movie. I wish they had kind of kept doing comedy movies like that after the show, but it didn't. Like you said, Peel went off the rails.
At least we got Hingle McCringleberry at some point in time.
Hingle McCringleberry.
Yep. And we got A.A. Ron.
Yes.
A.A. Ron was Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Yep.
D Nice.
Balake.
Yep.
Balake D Nice.
It's Blake.
Oh my god.
The Wizarding School in a black inner city.
Oh my god. So many wonderful skits from that show that could have been turned into like
drop. Boom, they bleed out of their ears.
Yes.
Racist zombies. That's hilarious.
Racist. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what? Wow. She grabbed her. Did you see that?
Yeah, this is like the zombies in the car. They're like trying to like roll up the window. That's like wow,
dude. I was surprised. I didn't realize this back in the day. It was Key and Peele in the White and Nerdy video.
Yeah,
they're also in season 1 of Fargo.
Oh,
they are the no, not the movie, the TV show. So the first season with Billy Bob Thornton in it.
Yeah.
And they play FBI agents that are not exactly inept. They just keep screwed up and find themselves in bad situations. And I think they all die when, spoiler alert, the show came out 12 years ago. Billy Bob Thornton pretty much goes through the whole FBI building shooting everybody.
Well, I'm going to watch the show someday, Kendo.
Season 1 Fargo is very good.
Season 5 Fargo was very good.
I haven't watched season 5, but season 1 was really good.
I will spoil it for you.
Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was okay. Season 3 was okay, and then I just wasn't into season 4. But 1 is still like the pinnacle. Season 4, is that the one where they're in Kansas City and it's Chris Rock and it's like the 50s or something? I don't remember.
I remember that being advertised. It was kind of weird.
I didn't watch it.
Season 4 is what got Chris Rock in Amsterdam.
A what?
In that shitty Christian Bale movie Amsterdam that I thought was
oh yeah, that one. Yeah, that one was so
when
weird.
You said it got him in Amsterdam, I was like, okay, they filmed.
Well, the only good part of that movie, Amsterdam, is that
you're like, yeah, everyone can go to Amsterdam, dummy. Oh, good job, Chris.
He's a millionaire. He can afford
the movie Amsterdam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that was right after season 4 or whatever, because he was apparently pretty good in.
I think. Well, I remember watching the movie. The only thing I liked about that is that Taylor Swift got run over by a car.
That was funny. That was funny.
That was
we need
the best
that
part
as
of
a
that
clip, Nick. Will you find that and send it to me next week?
Shit. Okay.
Yep.
Hey,
it's like in a Model T or something like that. It's like in the 1920s or 30s or whatever. I think it's like it's worth it. I'll send it to you. Don't worry. I'll send it to you.
We'll put the Back to the Future sound effect over it.
Please do.
There we go.
Oh man.
Terminator, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, Ding Dong, starring Gina Carano, is featuring Keanu Reeves as Thomas Jefferson.
I don't know that. I mean, besides the director,
slave.
Yeah, but besides M. Night Shyamalan and Ding Dong being the director, everything else is fine.
Okay.
I feel like Gina would get the joke and be in blackface and be funny.
What could she get away with it though? That should be the next segment. Can they get away with being in blackface? Gina Carano, could she get away with it?
No,
I didn't think so.
No.
RDJ got away with it. Could
got away with it?
He got away with it in 2008. Could he get away with it in 2024?
Yes.
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 Yeah, now
100%. He still has that kind of power that they could do part 2. Still gonna know.
I want to see Robert Downey Jr. play different races all the time. Like there's that movie he made, the basketball movie where they go down to Mexico and he plays some Mexican dude. There's video of it. Like it's an unreleased movie. I'm dying to see that one because I bet
is that the same one that was supposed to be him and one of Jamie Foxx's movies.
Yeah. So maybe one day it'll get released on Netflix and nobody will care, but at least we'll know what it was about.
Listen, back when everyone would be like, "Okay, this is a joke. We can watch it." Like just talking about Robert Downey Jr. playing a Mexican guy. Just saying that is hilarious. Like I want to
kind of Teflon.
Yeah, dude. He could get it.
Yeah, it's more interesting than Doctor Doom. I'd rather watch him play.
Oh my god! Dude. As soon as I saw that announcement, I was just like, eh.
Yeah, I had two mixed reactions to that. I'm like, oh shit, they're making Doctor Doom the next baddie. Perfect. That's exactly what they should be. Wait, Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom? It'll work, but that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Well, it's like clearly, whatever. I think it's a bad move because now people are going to be able to figure out like the twist
that he used to be Iron Man and that they're actually actors and not real people.
What?
No. That's
probably not real. Oh no,
it's going to be Tony Stark from another universe.
They're fictional characters.
Fictional. Right, now we know it's going to be
getting through to you at all.
Yeah, he's Tony Stark from another universe, and it's like okay.
Yeah, I heard they paid him like I think a fuck ton of money.
I'm sure they
one of the they flew him out on a private jet.
Yes, yeah, he has private jet. He has private jet privileges, and I think it's $100 million or was it $80 million? I forget. It's something like that. Yeah, it's $100 million that he's getting for both movies like together. So that's already $100 million in the budget. I think the Russo brothers are getting 80 for both movies.
Are they really that valuable?
I think this is no. This is what I'm just remembering from something I heard. I don't know if it's true. Once again, these are numbers I'm just trying to remember from something I heard. I don't know if it's accurate. Don't quote me. But I feel like Marvel thinks that. That's why they got him in there. That's why they did the Comic-Con reveal so they could have it be all sensationalized and blow up the internet for a bit. But also, if you look at what's happening with it, people are very like underwhelmed with the whole idea because they like RDJ, but it's not enough to keep them going for Marvel. Like it's not going to happen.
Listen, I don't know if I believe all that. I mean, I don't think it's probably not $80 million. But firstly, again, I think. You're not going to see any issue people have is we know him. He is Iron Man. So having him be in Marvel, you're only doing it for two things. It's either the twist, he's just Tony from a different universe since we're doing the multiverse thing, or this was Marvel pulling a gaff, which would be an expensive one, but, I honestly believe the Marvels changed everything. They lost.
Yeah, it did, my friend. Just
so much money. So much money was left on the table. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were just pulling a little joke on the comic book fans to keep Marvel in the ethos. But again, I love RDJ too, but I just don't see it being anything other than predictable. It'll be good because I don't think he would sign on for something in this climate unless there was something for him to do, But I'm not. You should have just found a well-known bankable dude to be Doom and be done and go from there.
Oh man,
that'd have been crazy, Dion.
I agree. I 100% agree. But I feel like they had the Kang character and the actor that fell through, and they don't really have anything. They had things planned, but that's all gone to crap because somebody's watching any of their stuff. They've lost hundreds of millions of dollars on the movies that have come out, and they're just trying to figure out what to do. So they pivoted.
Yep.
They pivoted, and they're like, well, who's recognizable? Who do people still love? RDJ. And we're going to sign a ridiculous contract and throw a like 20 truckloads of money at him, and hopefully he comes through.
It'll work. Those movies will make money, but they have to be good. They can't just coast on, Robert Downey Jr.'s back. They'll get a Deadpool.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. The trailer will be good. I don't know if the story's going to make sense. I feel like we're going to have one of the situations where people will go watch it. Like it'll make good money that first weekend, and then it'll immediately drop off that second weekend because it won't be that good.
I hope it's good though. That's the thing. I do at one point, like these things. Or I did.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the Disney move. It's like they're like the trailer's going to be amazing. It's going to be sense. It's going to be highlighting all of his good scenes, and they're going to kind of tell a little bit of the story in there so anybody can watch it. But when you go watch it, it's going to be very very medium, very okay. It's like it's fine, whatever, Or the first one might be not so good. Second one might be good, or might be reversed. Who knows? But I don't think it's going to be anything groundbreaking because we already had that.
Listen, the players involved, I don't think they get involved unless either they have some, them right now being the Russo brothers, or they know it's going to be taken seriously, i.e., why Robert Downey Jr. would get involved. Otherwise, it's they've known how to make a good movie. Guardians 3 came out in a very shitty time. Marvel Studios knows how to make a good feature film. So I have enough faith, especially luckily after Deadpool and Wolverine, to know, and the Russos are coming back.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't ignore that. You can't
he advocated for them. He's like, I'm not coming back unless they direct the movies. That's apparently was part of the deal.
Right.
So so to get him back, they had to get the Russos back, and the Russos are doing both movies from what I remember hearing.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Overall, I think it was just a media stunt. But if he's in it, I think it's going to be some twisted version of a Tony Stark.
I mean, let's say it's a media stunt to, I don't know, to keep people hooked in for, I don't know, a year maybe. Why? What's the end game? To change the name and the characters again and be like, oh, we're not doing this anymore. This is not happening. We're scrapping it. We're going in another direction for the third time.
Money.
Yeah, that's fine, but like, what money is to be gained to have him on stage at San Diego Comic-Con in the Doom costume and mask, and the Russo brothers on stage for that? What is the gotcha? What is the end game? What is the trick? What's the thing?
Well, the trick
of money.
I think the trick being, you only need one of those things. After the Marvels, and then after Deadpool and Wolverine, you only need one of those things. If it's a trick, obviously they're keeping the Russos, and RDJ is just essentially becoming the Barry Sanders of Marvel. We need people to like us again. We're paying RDJ to show up. So I think the payoff is you give the Russos what they want, and you get Infinity War again. I think that's the end game. Is I don't know if they're going to give them the same amount of money for Infinity War, but RDJ, no one talks about Brie Larson. Everyone's talking about Ryan Reynolds and RDJ at Comic-Con dressed as Doom. And that, especially when you don't have any more Marvel properties coming out in 2024, that leads you at least until the beginning of 2025. And what's coming out in 2025?
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four's coming out in the beginning of 2025.
Yeah.
So it buys you time where everyone kind of forgets about Captain Marvel and the Marvels, and you get a goodwill push. They come out, they go see the movie, and then you release, She-Hulk 2 and all the crappy shows on Disney Plus. So it buys you time, and you get the Russos back. So you got to pay RDJ to make an appearance, but the Russos give you another Infinity War.
I don't know. It seems like they're trying to play 4D chess, but they're really playing checkers.
They really can't think that She-Hulk 2 or a second season of
She-Hulk. So what you're saying is, if I once again I'm trying to get this. I'm not trying to give you any shit. Yeah. You're saying they're getting RDJ and doing all this stuff to just have people watch the shows and watch their stuff again, to get watch hours, build up hype until the movie comes out, or until the movie's announced and it's like, oh no, RDJ's out, we're going another direction, basically.
Right. This is just getting. Yeah, hey, this is to get.
Dude, that would be such a honey dick, and people would be so pissed off.
Yes,
but
that would not work though.
No.
I think if you tease RDJ as Doom, and you're not going to announce what movie Doom's going to be in until the end of 2024, if you make a good enough pick, I think people will be okay with that.
They didn't announce what movie Thanos was going to be in when that came. They started, did they? They were building, and he just randomly would show up and stuff. We knew where it was going, but they didn't tell us where it was going until we got a little ways down the road, and we're like, we got to be getting into the Infinity War at this point. and
it was
lo
so
and
good.
behold. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the tragic part of all of this. These used to be, even though we were still adults, you were still a dad, Dion. It's not like we were young kids when the Avengers was out. It was still an exciting time to like go to these movies. Everybody, we don't really have the big movie like that. You know, people still go see superhero stuff, but it's not like it used to be. You're lucky if you go to a movie with a couple people anymore.
The last movie I went to with a full crowd was Bad Boys. Like I'm talking like elbows to assholes. Like it was like everybody was in there.
Did packed. It 2 come out before Endgame?
Did what?
Did It Part 2 come out before Endgame?
I want to say it did.
No.
Yeah, because Endgame's 2019, right? And wasn't It 2 2018?
Oh, you're talking Endgame. Sorry, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. Okay, It Part 2 came out in 2019. I can give you a date as well, September.
Okay, so then It 2 was the last time I was at a movie theater. No, Rise of Skywalker was the last time. What is the common denominator? It was with you guys. The last times I was at a theater where that was full of a packed crowd.
Fair enough.
But yes, Infinity War was a packed house you know what, or not Infinity War, Endgame. Because dude, that's the thing is like Infinity War. I was so excited to leave work and go straight to the movie theater. Usually, it's I want to leave work and go home and have something to drink and not think about my day. That was I want to leave work and go straight to the movies because I want to see Infinity War. And then for Endgame, it was I want to go and get Doofus and take him to the movies, and we're going to go see Endgame, and then he is going to go to school tomorrow and flex nuts on all those other kids about how he's already seen them.
Oh my god!
And I even told him, I was like, dude, you go to school, brag about it. Dude, I used to do that shit whenever I'd go to school. For me and somebody went and saw a movie at like a midnight screening or something, we'd go to school and brag about it.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I miss doing that shit. The Thursday night midnight movie until like 2:30 in the morning. They need to like get home somehow. Like, oh, dude.
And I told him, I was like, dude, show your movie ticket stub to show that you went. And if the kids still don't believe you, tell them Iron Man dies and ruin the movie for them. Be like, Hulk gets the gauntlet and it doesn't work. And Iron Man gets the gauntlet because they switch it out on Thanos and he snaps his fingers and Iron Man saves the day and dies. Ruin it for those kids if they want to call your bluff.
Yeah.
They call your bluff, you go low.
Oh my god.
I mean,
I love it.
Somebody had to teach that kid not to take shit off people.
That's true.
That's right.
That's true. Very true. Yeah. Oh my god.
More than they can handle.
Yeah. Ruin the movie.
God. I remember when you had to like get in line at a certain time to buy that Thursday night ticket at midnight sometimes because nobody everybody wanted to go and you had to get there early.
Dude, when we went to go see episode 1 when it was coming out at the midnight show, my buddies dad went that morning to get there and stand in line to buy tickets at like 10 o'clock. What? I'm telling a story about a time where you were not alive and Daddy was happier. He had to go stay in line like 10 o'clock in the morning to get tickets for the midnight show that night.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, that was an event. That was pretty.
I feel so old when we talk about these things.
Yeah, well, it happened. It was a good time.
Well, thanks, Nick. Didn't even soften that blow.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, you're older than me, so
not by much.
Enough.
Still is though. He's got you there.
So are you, buddy.
Yeah, but I'm not butthurt about it like you are. I can handle the fact that I'm the oldest one on the channel, but at least I'm not anus.
Yeah. R.I.P. Channel Dad. We hardly knew ye.
Yeah, he will be missed.
By the way, he's still alive, everyone. Just to be clear,
Nick, he's ruined kayfabe.
Damn it, Nick! You had one job, which was to go along with the joke, and you couldn't even do that. You're getting, you're losing it. That old age.
Oh my
really
god!
Starting to take a toll. You keep it up, and you might be able to qualify for president.
Where's my Geritol?
You're more of a Ben Gay guy.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Ben still is.
I'm glad it wasn't just me that said that kind of shit in the 90s. I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I'm like, Ben Gay, haha.
It was in the 90s. You could still say stuff like that in the 90s, and people actually laughed about it.
Yeah. We had it good, guys.
We didn't know how good we had it. We wanted
did not know how to.
We wanted hoverboards and flying cars and Cafe 80s, but we got way worse than that.
Just give me.
Truly did not know what we had till it was gone.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create a giant arc, but it's a time traveling arc, and we're gonna go back to like 1997.
Let's just concentrate on making Briarville. Let's just do that.
Where it will be always morning in America, except for in the 90s.
Except for the 90s.
But sometimes you gotta do cool stuff at night.
Yeah.
Briarville, when you go home when the lights come on.
Yeah, that's what we need. Yeah.
We just don't have street lights.
So
we never go home.
I'm okay with that. We'll just hang out at the Cafe 80s bar. That's it.
Do you think the Ayatollah Khomeini waiter robot will come over and give us shit again?
He wants you to get the hostage special.
You know that show does break like interdimensional space-time continuum rules, right? Because Marty McFly is watching Family Ties on television. Michael J. Fox is essentially the lead of that show, so he's watching himself on TV. It's kind of weird.
Is he though, or is it?
It means Family Ties exist in the Back to the Future universe.
Yeah. So Marty McFly was watching Alex P. Keaton.
Yeah.
There you go.
Which means they're two separate people. They're like Kid and Play.
Yes. Or Peter Gabriel or Holland Oates. Holland is his first name. Back when It's Always Sunny was a fucking game changer. So have you guys heard? Okay, so last year we talked about the Ticketmaster ticketing fiasco because, you know, we go to WrestleMania, we go to these events, we always talk about these aftermarket fees from some of these places as well. Did you hear that StubHub's getting into some deep shit as well with this?
Good.
Vaguely, but I also know that StubHub has changed their practices when you go to their StubHub web little app nowadays for looking at tickets.
Well, let me tell you what's going on. Millions of sports fans and concert goers are being duped by a deceptive pricing scheme at StubHub that hides the true cost of tickets until the very last moment, according to a lawsuit filed Wednesday by Washington, D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab. The lawsuit accuses StubHub of deploying price tactics that trick consumers into overpaying for tickets that are designed to boost profits. StubHub uses a classic bait-and-switch scheme, the lawsuit says, describing what is known as drip pricing, where the only part of the product's price is advertised initially. The Attorney General's office describes how StubHub uses a countdown clock to create a false sense of urgency to ensure consumers are pressured into purchase out of fear that they might risk losing their tickets. Since StubHub adopted this model in 2015, the company has sold more than 5 million tickets to Washington, D.C. consumers alone, generating $118 million. Let's see. According to the lawsuit, StubHub did use an all pricing model from 2014 to 15, blah, blah, blah. So what do you guys, are you ever surprised when you find out these places just jack up these prices and add these fees? And at what point do you think people are going to like just stop?
Listen, I think it's either going to be, you know, the government's going to have to step in, or people are just going to stop. I mean, you know, venues all around the world have been dealing with attendance. You know, obviously, you know, certain things do better than others, but especially in the United States, you know, it's, you know, people have preferred the at-home experience, but yeah, now it's becoming so wild, you know, that you know, it's a hot topic of conversation. So yeah, one thing is going to happen in a couple of years. Which one, I don't know, but yeah, it's a very real thing that can happen. People can very much be like, you know what, if the uber rich want to go, they can go, but you know, I'm not going. and that's just gonna eventually trickle down. Because right now it looks sweet with Taylor Swift and Beyonce, but the NFL was battling that for a while. Not just for big events like the Super Bowl, but for games. Where they were struggling to sell actual tickets. So it's bound to happen sooner or later. Not everything is a Taylor Swift situation.
Okay, so for starters, no, the government does not need to step in. That would not make it better. Look at Amtrak. Secondly, what needs to happen, honestly, the thing that needs to happen is you need to have a rival ticketing agency that can come out and undercut the shit out of them and not jack up the fees, because that's one of the biggest problems with StubHub that I've ran into is you look at tickets, it says, oh, this ticket is a great price. It's only $60 for a seat.
How it works anymore, man.
And then you go to check out, and now the price is $200 because they blast you with all these fees. One of the things that has happened is that I've noticed the last few times I've gone to StubHub and looked at ticket prices for some things, the price now says includes fees. So you're not looking at a ticket that you think only costs $40 just to find out when you go to check out that $40 ticket is actually a $100 ticket because they clobber you with all the fees. So you can make a little bit more of an informed decision. Not to say that it's the best way to go about things, because honestly, there are other places you can go to find tickets that have the fees already built in, lesser fees, all that stuff. But Ticketmaster is one that started all that stuff when they were pounding you with fees on every little concert you went to. It wasn't just the ticket fee. There was now the convenience fee, the buying it here at the booth fee, all the other fees that they nickel and dime you on. So you just need somebody to step in and say, yo, let's shine the light on all these bad practices. And then, somebody comes along and does it better. Uncle Elon, please start a ticket agency.
Oh, I'm not mad at that. But the thing is that I think if StubHub and Ticketmaster both are kind of the same entity, I think. But also the thing is with those two companies is that the only reason those two companies exist is because they made all these venues sign paperwork with them, being like, we're going to be the only one who sells your tickets. So you have the venues under their umbrella, and because you have all these venues under their umbrella, you can't. There can never be another ticketing agency, because if they do go with a third one, they're going to lose all the stuff from StubHub or Ticketmaster, and they'll be in breach of contract, and it won't work. That's why
like the EA thing. EA was like, we're your exclusive maker of all these things, but then people started waking up and they're like, yo, these games suck now. That's all it needs to say. You just need time for people to wake up and say, yeah, this ticketing agency sucks. We need something better.
No, and I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. People need to fight and not buy tickets or anything for a while. But the problem is then you have fans of like sports, or maybe this band or this singer comes into your town for one time after a while, and you want to go see them, or they're nearby and you want to go see them. So what do you do? Do you skip it, or do you take a credit card and buy the ridiculous ticket and go watch them?
It's a choice as a consumer you have to make.
100% it is. 100%.
Do I want to pony up, or do I want to say screw it?
The choice doesn't come from Oz. It doesn't come out of the ether. You can't just start a ticket agency out of the blue anymore. It's not the age of competitors just coming up out of the blue. It doesn't exist anymore. You have to have backing. You have to have money. You have to have an apparatus to get people to buy those tickets. It is the 21st century now, baby. And it's easy to say, if they just stop going to Ticketmaster, who else is going to come up with something with the firepower to go against the Ticketmaster?
Yeah, because any company that's tried to do that, and I remember when this all kind of came to fruition, when it was StubHub and Ticketmaster, just the two of them, or they were in cahoots. There were a couple that came up. I remember seeing the apps during the beginning of like the app era, when a couple years after the iPhone came out. A couple came out and they lasted about 3 months, and then they got absorbed or they were served papers by these companies, and then that was it. They were gone. But that's what happens with these companies because of the same thing with Google and anything else, like Google, Facebook, whatever. Anything that comes up to challenge them, they either buy you out with a ridiculous amount of money, or they take you to court for a ridiculous amount of money, and you're screwed either way.
Yeah.
So
here's what you do, Nick. Here's what you do. You walk your happy ass down to a lawyer's office and you file suit against them as a monopoly.
But you didn't want the government to step in.
That's different. That's a legal case.
That's where the government stepping in now, baby, is possible monopoly situation.
Yeah,
if they want to break up a monopoly, that's a whole lot different than the government come out and saying we made a law where you got to make tickets.
No. All that's happening is the government's breaking up a monopoly between StubHub and Ticketmaster. That's all. That's as far as I know. That's what's happening. Because of the Taylor Swift stuff, they've gotten so much backlash from that the government has to come in and step in and break up the monopoly. That's what I've heard. So. Because I mean, the same thing's happening with the credit card companies between Visa and MasterCard. They're breaking them up. They're trying to put a law into place where there can be more competition between Visa and MasterCard because the swipe fees they're charging now are ridiculous. And they're trying to get that.
You get American Express. Don't leave home without it.
God damn it!
All right, don't get ripped and take a walk off a rooftop either, there, Kendo. All right,
exactly.
God, he ain't ever been the same.
Yeah,
it was all over the pavement.
Yeah, but no, that's becoming a thing as well. I mean, I think I'm down for the breaking up of monopoly. That's always good to do. I'm with you, Kendo. Yeah, government involvement is bad, but at least if they're doing that to break up the monopoly, I'm okay with that.
Break up monopoly, good. Government involvement, bad. Harness the energy, block out the bad. Harness, good. Block, bad. Circular.
Thank you, Kendo.
Thank you, Mr. Miyagi.
That wasn't Mr. Miyagi.
I know. But yeah, that's but the problem is it seems to be taking a lot, once again, it's the government doing anything, it's taking them a while to get this whole thing done. But no, they do need to break it up. They do need to make tickets more affordable and available for more people.
I just don't want these fees to ruin wrestling because I'm not going to spend like last year. We got hosed with our tickets and the price we paid. This year we're going to be better prepared, but it's getting I'm just going to say unacceptable because I'm not cheap by any stretch of the imagination for these events. I figure it's a once a year thing. We're keeping a streak alive. It's important to us.
Yeah, that's
but
that's
if the price we paid for Los Angeles was a great deal for 2 nights, we each paid like right around that under $300 mark because there was a hack that I'm not going to share with the audience because a lot of people listen to this show on the replay, and I am not teaching you how I get my premium wrestling seats on the
cheap. Bitches are forgetting one important thing about next year's WrestleMania that's going to help cut down on your costs.
That's true. That's 100% true. 100% true.
We'll get sponsored by In-N-Out Burger. That'll help.
Hey, I went there for lunch yesterday.
Oh, God.
I mean, so yeah. Let's
we need the liquid death money, Jeff.
That's true.
I mean, there technically are death merchants, but it's not what you think. I filled out the paperwork. We have it.
So you're gonna change your name to Jeff and the Death Dealers? Are we gonna be playing
the Death Dealers?
Are we gonna be playing at Hogsmeade?
Yes.
Oh God.
I understood that reference.
Oh man.
It's a reference from this show.
But I mean, never mind. Fuck it. Harry Potter. I finally saw it. It was enough. By the way, folks, when I say it was enough, it doesn't mean I disliked it. I saw the full story. It was fine. Pretty good.
Yeah,
that was it. It was good.
I couldn't get into it.
This isn't Planet of the Apes where I'm gonna go back and rewatch it.
Jeez, man. Those old ones are hokey, but goddamn are they good.
Kind of brand out, you damn dirty ape.
Oh my God. I love that. Dude, I watched the first one on 4K on Hulu. But when the new one is coming out, and I was like, this feels so good watching this old movie, and it's such good sound quality. Just oh man, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was so much fun watching that old one. It's great.
I like a lot of older stuff too. And then I watched an Asylum movie, Nick, and it was. Dion, I'm going to make a new rule. I am not going to watch Asylum or made-for-TV movies without you. So when I come to hang out, I got to watch made-for-TV movies over like 2 cases.
I need to give you my login for the Full Moon VOD app. You enjoy that shit.
Yes.
We watched what was it? Was it a German beaver flick or an Italian beaver flick? And
they were German. They were more blonde.
All right. in Ohio when we were there for Whorehound.
Damn dirty Krauts.
I don't know. These ladies look pretty clean to me, Kendo.
Yeah, they still wanted to nationally socialize your ass.
Even in the 70s?
Probably.
Well, they're all old and dead now, so
I can only hope. It's the best thing to happen to them.
Wow. Anyway, M-Pause, thank you very much for your super chat. Hey, Jeff, who do you think is the smartest in Marvel? Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Hank McCoy, or Bruce Banner? Reed Richards, hands down, smartest guy in comics. He's like next level everything. So I'll even rank him for you. I'll go Reed Richards, Tony Stark, Bruce Banner, then Hank McCoy. Who's Beast is smart, but
who Beast is Hank McCoy. Okay. I was like, I forgot who Hank McCoy was. Okay.
I'll even put Leonard McCoy at the bottom of that list, but there you go.
Different thing altogether.
That's a different universe, Jefferson.
There's a comic book where they cross over.
Of course there is.
There's comic books where the Ninja Turtles cross over with a bunch of shit that I don't recognize.
Hey, when do you...
Way to go, IDW. Just keep beating that pinata and say it's good.
We should get Wokebusters meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry, 3 out of 4 Bullshitters approve.
I know you're thinking, Kendo would love that. He'd love to be in the Ninja Turtle universe. I would, but I don't want to cross over with them because that would just be another shitty crossover.
Yeah, ours would be better, but
I know ours would be better, Jeff. But then I'm giving in to the demon. Okay, I can't knock it if I then go in and try it and be a part of it.
Wouldn't you rather be immortalized in officially licensed TMNT history than
stop it with your bribery, Jeff? I have morals, I have principles, and I have standards. And one of those things is I am sick of the crossover with the Ninja Turtle universe.
Kendo, it's better to rule in hell than to serve in heaven. Okay, come on now.
But the only person that can rule in hell is Satan. Does that mean I get to be Satan?
Sure, why not?
No, you're Saddam Hussein in South Park.
See, no. I don't know. That's a bad deal. That is a bad deal.
Hey, at least you're not Adolf Hitler with the pineapple.
Little Nicky's a weird ass movie.
Yeah,
it is.
Hey, he's in hell with JFK and all them people in the South Park version too.
Oh damn.
Oh my god.
Xavier to God says, Kendo and Dion, did you get College Football 25?
Not yet, but I'm going to. Plus, I got to train up so I can go and beat Loudy's ass.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
that's not going to be hard to do.
No,
he's going to be sleep deprived.
I didn't play at all for when I went down there and we played 14, and I got a game, but so I gotta get ready because he was talking a lot of trash.
I have not, because I'm planning on buying a new Xbox to get it on the new Xbox for the new graphics and everything, but with everything that's been going on over the last couple of weeks in this extremely topsy-turvy whirlwind of a fucking time that I've been dealing with, the guys know what's up. Y'all don't, but the guys do. Just that has not been a priority, so that is on the back burner. I will probably get it in a couple of weeks. And then I won't leave the house.
We'll have to play some games.
I will be using all those saved up sick days and sick time to go, hey, I don't feel good this entire week. Yes, I know it's only Monday, but I can tell that I'm not going to recover. If anything, I might relapse sometime around Thursday at like 1 o'clock. So I'm going to have to be out this entire week so that I can take Texas Tech to the promised land.
I wish I cared about a game that much.
Oh god! And then Ken's gonna get bored and be like, "Yo, boys, I'm getting on Halo. Get on."
No, I'm not gonna get bored.
I'll be on for Halo.
I do not get bored of college football because I love me some college football. Actually, when I went home to Camp Kendo a couple weeks ago, that's the one thing I didn't actually do was get out the PlayStation 2 and play any NCAA 2006, which is surprising because the very first time I returned back to Camp Kendo, instead of getting anything done on remodeling the house, I sat there for 4 days just playing the shit out of NCAA 2006, thinking, this is great. It's the first time I've been home by myself in months. I love it. Only to find out a few weeks later when I wasn't home by myself because somebody came with me, I was going to have to pay for that. And I did.
I like how Dion's laughing because he knows your pain.
He knows it. He gets it. He's like, yeah. He
Nick,
probably did not enjoy that.
That's why we get to go to AVN.
The part where you go, I knew I had to pay for it, and I did. That's what got me. I got that.
Yeah, Jeff, we need to plan an AVN trip and start doing interviews and pay for it.
Yeah, we need to go on that Love Boat thing too.
Yeah. I'm still I'm looking into it, man. I need to get with Dion in the next 3 or 4 days and plan Miami.
Right.
Hi, Dion. We're here together now. Plan Miami. I'll mute the audience. Guys, I'm sorry, folks.
I'll schedule a Zoom call with Mr. Dion and
yeah. Well, folks, we're gonna take a 10-minute break. You can watch us talking to each other. You just couldn't hear it.
Right. Don't worry.
We're gonna play a game. We're gonna play a game.
Worry.
It's called "I Just Went Deaf." See how long you can handle it.
And no, let's not do that.
Shut
Whatever.
Oh man.
Oh, we have a fuck, marry, kill I missed. Xavier to God, Edward Norton, or the Hulks, Edward Norton, Mark Ruffalo, and Eric Bana.
Well, that's easy. Kill Mark Ruffalo every time.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to kill Mark Ruffalo right away.
Mary Norton and fuck Bana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fair. I'm down.
Bana wasn't a bad Hulk. The movie was, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'll give you that. It was a directing and writing problem.
Bana was a fine Hulk.
No, he was
movie
fine.
Just around him let him down substantially.
Because he did great. He was great in the execution, and even though he was given actual shit to work with, he did great in the execution, and the conveying of his emotions and things like that, and his acting ability was great. But just I agree with you. Like, he was given actual shit to work with.
Hey, Dion, I got a question for you.
Yes.
You're a man of faith, correct? In some regards, doesn't have to be necessarily religious faith, but you believe in something, right?
I'm sure.
What do we say around here if you believe in something?
You believe it all the time, Daddy.
But who do you believe in all the time?
Me specifically?
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's what I was trying to get you to play when I said a Pelicans we can all believe in, and you gave us fucking Mrs. Doubtfire.
Yeah, look.
I mean, I'm not mad at Mrs. Doubtfire either.
I'm
really
not mad at it either. I was trying to lead into the Joe Hendry button, and
you said it again. I guess I gotta press it again. I'll wait a minute.
You know the rules.
Yeah.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
It'd be like if I said family.
See, the thing is, the lag between all these is gonna suck.
Now you're trying to push Jeff's buttons.
It doesn't matter.
I'm trying to get him to push the buttons.
You need that little deck thing with all the buttons on them, Jeff. That's what you need.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Nick, that is on my list of things to buy currently.
Oh man.
So guys, this is an interesting weekend if you're a wrestling fan at SummerSlam. Now the WWE has been on a roll as of late. I'd say since WrestleMania 39, they've been more good than bad, surprisingly, for the first time in many, many years. But
there's a reason for that, Jeff.
Yes. And it's not the man that we believe in. If you say his name and he'll appear, it's the lack that there's no Vince McMahon.
That's correct. It's the man that we used to believe in that disappeared.
Yeah, and I don't miss him, and I never will. This is irrelevant to what he's done. It's, wrestling's good again. I'm on board. Outside of the blackest wrestler on the planet, Cody Rhodes.
Correct.
I'm pretty happy with everything. But before we talk about the SummerSlam card, I'm not as excited for this show as I was Money in the Bank or other even more mid-card shows. I don't think this build to SummerSlam has been anything special. You guys
it's been relatively quiet. I mean, I know we had talked about it right after WrestleMania. I was kind of in the camp of this is when they were going to, shuffle the deck a little bit. I wouldn't outright say that Cody's going to lose, but this is where we're going to see, turmoil leading up till, the end of the year. And it's just been kind of bleh. Like, they're reminding us that SummerSlam's a thing, but not a lot is going on that's to be, really excited about.
No, it's kind of sucky because it's like this really good stretch that we haven't had in so long, man. It's like not as good as the year 2000, where every show save for WrestleMania was awesome. It's one of those situations where it's like a 2002, where you got more good than bad, and you're pretty happy you're watching it. I think the biggest problem with SummerSlam or wrestling in general is this Bloodline 2.0 crap. It has exhausted itself to me. I cannot bring myself to care about these people at all. How do you guys feel about them?
Dude, I'm right there with you. Like, me and Dion apparently are in the same boat, paddling together. Just this entire, like, I've been keeping up with the product the same way I have been, which is just through the podcast and listening to what's going on and paying attention to your guys, the wrestling chat that we've got going with everybody else. I'm going to probably watch SummerSlam on Saturday night because I don't have anything else to do. I'm not overly excited about it. It looks like this is a point that instead of building to a big summer program, like one of their flagship pay-per-views or PPGs or whatever the hell they fucking call them nowadays, it's more like it's building to a giant pivot point to build towards next WrestleMania. Because it just seems like that's where the card is heading. Even though you got stuff with like Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre and CM Punk that could keep their program themselves between the three of them, can keep them afloat until WrestleMania because there's so many matches out of all of that. But just in general, it's like, I don't know. It's like they're at the hottest they've ever been. They're at one of the most successful they've ever been in terms of just like knocking it out of the park with all the stuff they got going on with creative and everything. But it just seems like they're also spinning their wheels at the same time. So I'm not really sure what to make of what's going on. So I don't know. I'm going to watch it Saturday and see how it goes. But I'm still where I'm at and where I've always been.
What do you think they're going to give us at WrestleMania? Do you think John Cena is actually going to close out the show, or are we going to get Rock Roman Reigns?
So to the Bloodline 2.0, the Bloodline had already played itself out. That program should have been wrapped up a year before it was. And the whole Bloodline 2.0 thing, it sounds like that is just to act as a placeholder until Rogaine comes back as a monster baby face, since the fans are already cheering for him anyway. It's crazy. They turned him heel and put him on a monster heel run, and now he's going to be the huge, baby face that Vince wanted him to be from the get-go. It's funny how that works when you give us a reason to like the guy instead of just making him some kind of white meat, milquetoast, pain in the ass piece of shit that we've been dealing with for 4 years. So that's what this is building towards. That's really what it is. It's a placeholder to have something going on until he can come back. And obviously he's going to feud with Solo and the Tongans and everything like that. And Jimmy and Jay are going to reunite to join up with Roman to, be the OG bloodline to take them on. We're probably going to get War Games, it's Survivor Series with them, which will be awesome. Don't get me wrong. That will be sweet. But that's what they're really building to with all that. It's just taking a long time because Roman just isn't back yet. And it's kind of like where we were at when they were really dragging it out with the whole Sammy thing before they dropped Sammy like a bad habit. So that's kind of what's going on there. So I don't want to say, hey, be patient, but at the same time, it's kind of like, for the longest time, we complained that there wasn't a whole lot of long-term storytelling in wrestling. Now we're getting all of that. The problem is it is very long, slow burn storytelling in wrestling with some of this stuff.
Yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm complaining because we're getting what we wanted. Maybe have a couple things that go a little quicker. Some of these title reigns are very, I don't know, painful to get through. Like Logan Paul. Come on, man. You should defend the title.
That is a title that needs to be dropped, and it has to be dropped on Saturday, or you run the risk of not only having a champion that's never on TV with a belt that's a secondary belt that most people don't care about, but you also, once again, gimp somebody that is super over with the fans. And while I understand that the belt is a prop and you don't have to have it in order for you to be over and successful and loved by the fans, see Jake Roberts, see Roddy Piper, see Undertaker, the way they have built LA Knight and the way he has built himself up, the way he has gotten over, to keep putting him in positions to get a strap and then not give it to him at a certain point, that's going to cripple his momentum. And
this is it.
This is it. This is the last time that you can put him in this situation, because we all knew he wasn't going to beat Roman Reigns for the title, so that's why it didn't hurt him. We all knew he wasn't going to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental title because they wanted to beat the Caucasian American man's record. That's where it was all headed. And then now you've got in a situation where you could take the title off of him. You have to pull that trigger, because if you don't, this is it. That's it for LA Knight. He will just be a guy with a cool catchphrase that everybody loves saying, and that's all it's going to be.
Yep. And that pissed me off because this is the first wrestler in many years that I've gotten behind.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's see what this guy's going to do. There we go. Yeah. So with that being said about LA Knight, let's go over the SummerSlam card. We'll give our quick predictions before we talk about a few other things in the world of wrestling. So Damian Priest versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. I say Gunther. What do you say?
You got to pull that trigger. You've been building. That's why he had the IC title for so long. That's why he looked dominant for so long. I mean, they finally got the title on Priest. Priest is good. They could do stuff with Priest, but the problem is they haven't exactly booked Priest the champion very well. And I feel like this is the time to finally kill the Judgment Day. You have Finn not necessarily cost him the title, because you want Gunther to look strong and winning the title, because he's been booked so strongly for so long. But this is where you make that title change. This is where you break up the Judgment Day and you start building to the civil. Because the Judgment Day is already broken up anyway. Let's be fair. Rhea Ripley's been gone for a while. Dom's pretty much gotten over and doing his own thing, and is one of the few people that gets true, genuine heel heat just by opening his mouth. So Judgment Day's gone. Time to bury it. Gunther wins the title. Finn and Priest start brawling or have their fallout that leads to their matches, which will be good.
I say they're trying to book Priest as the good guy here. I say Priest retains, and they try to pull some either this is him going back to being full Judgment Day, or this is them trying to put the S on his chest. So I think you're gonna have Gunther be the big bad and not yet champion, and they're gonna try to get babyface Damian Priest over. I say Priest wins.
Up next, we got Bayley versus Nia Jax. I'm going to go with Nia Jax. Kendo.
I feel like they're going to put the belt on Refrigerator Jax, but that is a terrible move. She only has her job because of who she's related to. She's not good at all. But they'll do something stupid and put the belt on her. Yeah, give it. The Refrigerator goes over.
Dion?
I think this is where Bayley loses it just to win it back at Survivor Series.
We got Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley for the World Women's Championship. I go Rhea Ripley. Kendo.
Liv Morgan with a dusty finish. There's going to be something screwy go on with old Dirty Dom, where he costs Rhea the match, which completely gets Rhea turned babyface and turned against old Dominator.
Dion.
This one, this one's kind of weird. I'm really not trying to be a pain in the ass, but I think it's a very realistic toss up. And I think it all depends on if Rhea Ripley is healthy. If she's healthy, she's getting that fucking belt back, because we lost time with her getting injured, and the WWE is just itching. We're all itching, especially where women's wrestling is. But if they kind of still want to baby her a little bit and push this on, I can see Liv Morgan winning it. But I'm with you, Jay. I think they want to see the gold on her going into the end of the year. So yeah, I'm going with Rhea Ripley by some fuckery. Either she entices Dom, or he goes to screw her over, and she gives him, she bombs his ass too. But yeah, I think Rhea wins.
Up next, we got for the Undisputed Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa. Cody Rhodes. Come on now. Kendo?
The greatest black champion of all time, Cody Rhodes.
Dion?
It is Easy Overtimes version 2. We're getting Cody Rhodes for sure.
This is the one I care about the most. Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States Championship. I say this should open the show, and LA Knight should win the belt. I'm gonna say he's gonna win the belt. So Kendo, I know what you think, and Dion, I'm pretty
gotta be.
Yeah.
Yep, has to. You have to.
Ever since that damn SummerSlam Slim Jim Battle Royale last year, we've all been riding the LA Knight bandwagon. We're like, yep, he's legit. So
yeah.
Now, this is one I'm interested in, but not for the right reasons. For the Intercontinental Championship, Sami Zayn versus Braun Breaker. I want to see Braun Breaker win, but I think Sami Zayn's going to win again. Kendo.
Dude, okay. So apparently Rick Steiner, his dad, is supposed to be in attendance. Not only does he need to win, and they need to have him win, because they've built this guy up to be this monster, and he is fantastic. He makes me want to actually watch wrestling again just for the stuff he does. But at the same time, they had him go up against Sammy and lose, not through a fucked finish of any nature, just through like a fluky finish that you could say, you can see a heel just getting caught with one bad move. He made a mistake and he paid for it. That cannot happen again. You cannot have him lose again. Sammy's title run has run its course. You need to get the title off of him. You need to get it on somebody else. The Intercontinental title is supposed to be the workhorse title, and it's supposed to be building your next big star. That's what they used it for with Gunther. This is what they need to use it for Braun Breaker. And they need to go a step further. And he needs to not only win it, but he needs to change his name to something Steiner. Looks like a Steiner. He sounds like a Steiner. Everybody and their brother knows he's a Steiner. Stop calling him Braun Breaker. Call him Braun. His name's Bronson Rex Steiner. Call him Braun Steiner or Rex Steiner. Doesn't matter. Call him something. Call him Steiner. Give him the belt and call him a Steiner.
I like Rex Steiner.
Yeah, Braun Steiner, Rex Steiner, they all work.
Yeah, listen. This is Braun Steiner's Brock Lesnar SummerSlam 2002 moment. Give that boy the belt. It should have happened earlier. Braun Steiner winning for sure.
And then finally, the way it's listed here, the main event, a singles match, the only non-title match on this card, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre with Seth freaking Rollins as the special guest referee. This is the most overbooked thing in WWE right now, and I'm into it a little bit.
Yes.
But I say that Drew McIntyre gets the first win, or gets the win in this, excuse me. Because I don't think there's anything with him and Seth Rollins to do, but I think there's a lot of Seth Rollins, CM Punk. So that's what I expect us to push forward.
Drew is going to get the win, and it's going to be through some chicanery involving Seth Rollins to keep this whole thing going on. Because as much as Punk has screwed with Drew McIntyre, obviously, even though Drew McIntyre is the heel, you don't want to say, oh, he's got to get a decisive win to, save face because he's the heel. Heels don't need that. But at the same time, it's like this program is far from complete. So something needs to happen to where Seth causes Punk the match. So that way Drew can gloat to keep it going and be the heel and talk about how he won, even though it was through fuckery. But then Punk's got a bitch to complain about in order to keep the whole thing going on. So Drew wins through some screwiness.
Dion.
Honestly, I say it ends in a disqualification. I think that's going to be very drawn out. I think it's going to, like you said, I think it's going to be overbooked. And I think whether it be Seth trying to pull the classic Stone Cold Steve Austin, I got involved in this to get my hands on both of you situation, and he does this little goofy ass laugh. I think listen, honestly, I think Seth plays it straight to the very end where he, you know, they're trying to recreate some classic, you know, non-title BS rivalry shit, and I think it's gonna be like a, you know, he ends up curb stomping both of them. So I'm gonna officially say I'm putting on the line. It's gonna end in a disqualification or a no contest.
All right. So, folks, next week you can tell us how right or wrong we were with our SummerSlam predictions, and we'll have the guy who got the most wrong will have some kind of punishment that awaits him. So join us next week, folks.
Nick didn't guess any, so he's wrong on all of them.
Yep, that's it.
Reagan by a landslide.
Nick, take your ass back to Creep Show. I love it.
Yep.
I got bored. I was like, I'm gonna fuck with my phone a little bit and see what I can get these lights to do. So this is what I got.
Now I want to look like a Neil Cicierega album cover.
Yeah, I want those lights. Send me a link. Where can I buy those lights?
They're not cheap, sir. They're not cheap.
Are you trying to call me poor?
I'm just saying
passive aggressive way to try to say that.
Now you gotta one up him.
No. I'm just saying that they're. What I'm saying is that for the purpose of just lighting you for the show, it's overkill. Is what I'm saying.
So, you know, Jeff used to big time us all the time. We give him shit about it. Now it looks like you're trying to be the big timer around.
I'm big timing you because I work in film and I have lights and they're actually quite good.
Yeah,
and
oh my
these
god,
are really expensive. You might not want to look into them. Yeah, okay.
No, you can look into them, but they're expensive as shit. I'm just letting you know.
Can't I make that decision of what I consider expensive?
Sure, you can. You know. You're entirely fine. I will send them to you right now. That's fine.
Yeah. I'm going to check these out. I'm going to take a look. Nope, that's not from Nick. That was from Phil. apparently Nick lied about sending me a message too.
Tell him I said
I'm in the process of sending it to you. You got to calm down, buddy. Got to calm down.
While you guys are in the process of
big time and it's coming and going.
Xavier to God says in GTA 5 Online they added so you can be a pizza delivery boy for a pizza place called Pizza Time and ride on a moped as well.
That's awesome.
That's pretty good.
I was this close to getting GTA 5, the Xbox Series X edition, because I'm like, it's another year till GTA 6.
You're like, how many times can I buy this same game?
Well, I bought it for 360. I bought it for PS4. Okay, I only bought that one twice, but I bought San Andreas like 5 times.
Oh
PS2,
my god,
PS3,
why?
PS4, PC, mobile, remaster. 6 times I've bought Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's probably close to me in like Ocarina of Time. I bought it on 64. I bought it on Virtual Console for Wii U. I bought it on the 3D remake, and I pay for the Nintendo Switch thing. So I've technically paid. I bought it 4 times, unless you want to count all the times I've signed up for the Nintendo expansion pass, in which case it's like 6 times at this point because I buy it annually every year.
Yeah, I do too. I don't want to act like we're sponsored by him, but I enjoy it for what
$50 is a good deal for all the stuff you get.
I know, right? And there's GoldenEye.
Yeah, but that version sucks compared to the Xbox One.
I'm torn because I got one of the Pro controllers, the N64 controllers for the Switch, so it does play just like the original. So I'm kind of like, yeah, but it's easier on the Xbox. That's the thing. It's so much easier because you use the thumbsticks now to shoot, and you're on a much more rigid of a rail, so you have an easier window to shoot people from a great distance, and those guns don't have wind resistance, so that's way too technical. That game didn't even have, nobody thought about that shit in 97.
Yeah, there was like no bullet physics at all for that game. It was wherever your cursor is when you pull the trigger, that bullet's going to go there through eternity.
Dude, that's why I like to play that level surface, because I can see the guys from really far away and hit them with the pistol once, and then they're just like, oh, they just kind of collapse. What was that, Nick? I heard some beat.
Oh no, I sent Kendall the link to the lights. He can get them if he wants to.
We've all
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead. By all means, please buy them.
I mean, that, you know, that's not really that expensive for really nice lighting and everything like that. I could put it on the list of things I may want to buy.
Oh, put on the list? You mean you're not going to get them? Okay, that's fine. I understand. That's cool.
What can I say? I got other things to use that money on. That's not that high on the list.
Clearly, it's not that high. But no, I get it. I get it. My wonderful, expensive lights, you don't want them. It's okay. It's fine. No, it's all right.
No, I'd rather pay for a down payment on something cool like a Mercedes.
Good luck with
that. Are
that.
they that pricey?
I don't know.
Good luck with that.
I just feel like I should be, in my new position, driving a luxury car.
Don't get a Mercedes.
No, I'll get you a company car. Just calm down, okay?
For the love of God, don't get a Mercedes. Do not do that.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with a Mercedes?
Because when you get it serviced, every time the light goes off, it's $2,000.
I know a mechanic.
Okay. Yeah, I know how to fix shit.
That's fine, but the minute you get it not serviced by somebody who's officially Mercedes, they freak the fuck out and like the value messes up. It's a whole thing.
And you know what I will tell one of those crowd bastards? Look, there's 2 times that I can talk about that mean you are not in any way, shape, or form able to talk to me this way. Would you like me to go into them? And then I will end the conversation.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Yeah, my dad had a couple, my mom had a couple, and it's never a wonderful experience. Like I know it's a nice car to have,
yeah,
but to deal with, no.
Okay, fine. Should I go get a Beamer instead?
Dear God, no. Dear God, no.
You're big timing me on the lights. Now you're trying to tell me what cars I can and cannot buy.
Listen, I'm merely suggesting you don't go. Okay, here's the thing. Mercedes is a very good quality car, but the service is shit. BMW is a shit quality car with even shittier service. I would go Toyota because I've had that for about 10 years.
I already own a Toyota, Nick. I don't need another one.
I love Toyota. Service is great. People are great. Car's great. I can't complain. That's where I'd go.
I've never had any problems with my Toyota either.
Exactly. That's the beauty of it.
I already have one. I need something different.
Okay, go Lexus. There you go. Go Lexus. It's a luxury version of Toyota. Go Lexus.
Now Kendo's thinking.
I mean, I always see them in those commercials where they're like, this Christmas, get something at the Lexus Drive event. And it's just like, yeah, but I don't want a Christmas car. I want a sweet car.
You want a Christmas car. Fine. Get a Tesla. Go ahead. Get a Tesla.
If you get a Tesla, I'll never talk to you again.
Yeah, that's just asking.
That's a line for the friendship. You get a Tesla, fuck you.
No, dude, my neighbor's got a Tesla. I was behind him the other day when he pulled in, I pulled in, I saw him get out of his car and plug the thing into the wall. I'm like,
you know the fun thing about a Tesla on the road is that you can cut it off and it'll comply because it's AI powered. It has to stop.
Well, I wish I would have known that the other day when we were both at the intersection. He went this way, I went this way, and I stayed right behind him. I'm like, ask the neighbor. I'm not going to mess with him because he's going to the same place I am. We live literally right next door.
Yeah, but if you cut him off, the car will take over and stop because it's AI powered.
Well, see, now I know that. I didn't know that before, so I will do that the next time.
If you, in fact, if you take one of those little hacker key fobs, the Flipper Zero, and stand there while he unlocks it and locks it, you can get the signal and then start it up yourself. It's really fun to do that.
I don't really care that much.
I'm just saying, how much fun do you want to have?
I mean, he seems like a nice guy, so I don't want to mess
that's
with him
fair.
that
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, that's fine then. Yeah.
Well, I think we're nice guys. We've had a nice time, and I think it's a nice time for us to put this baby to bed. It's a little after midnight. Channel Sitcom Dad, Dion, I'm sure you got to get up early in the morning. TCOB. Anything fun you got planned for the family? You guys are going to go kayaking, hiking?
No.
Shopping for new Switches?
Nothing crazy. I'm probably going to go take them to a local establishment, get them hyper, and then pretend to be mad and in order to control them.
Why are you playing like CIA military psychological warfare on your kids?
Because that's what it takes.
That's on all of them, on all 4 of them.
Fuck. Okay, never mind.
The women,
Nick,
and the children too.
Somebody that doesn't have kids, you wouldn't understand what it takes to try to get them.
You're right. I don't have kids, and I'm going to sleep and drink whatever and do whatever I want to. It's really terrible. Let me tell you.
Do whatever I want to.
Oh, I get to leave the house and not ask permission. It's great. Oh my God.
You know what you sound like? You sound like one of them bitches that's 48 years old with dried up ovaries and a bunch of cats.
But I don't have cats or ovaries.
Yeah, not yet.
You're 0 for 2, sir.
At what age
Not
will Nick
yet.
acquire ovaries, Kendo?
Yeah, at what time will I get ovaries, Kendo? When is this phenomenon going to happen?
I don't know, 42 or 43. It's whenever he stops big time in people and trying to decide what kind
never
of
is the answer.
Yeah, so never is the answer. Kendo's just mad at my freedom. That's all it is.
I don't care about your freedom, dude. I went home for 2 weeks. I got to do whatever the hell I want. I'm happy.
I can do whatever I want, and it doesn't have to be 2 weeks. It can be way longer than that.
I can mostly do whatever I want.
There you go. There you go. That's what it is. Mostly whatever I want.
But I also get the rich joys of having my own little creation to corrupt in any way I want.
Oh yeah, that looked really good during the show when he was yelling and screaming and trying to get your attention. That was awesome.
He's only 2. He doesn't understand yet. Beating him's not going to work. You have to wait till he's older and he understands why. You have to explain why, not just elicit fear, but explain why.
I don't know. That sounds like some gentle parenting shit you need to work on.
Nick, I don't think we should be giving dad advice to the dads.
No, we shouldn't. I just really love fucking with Kendo. I love you, buddy.
Dude, I'm as cool as the other side of the pillow. It's not working, whatever it is.
I know.
Mr. Big Timing over here with your fancy lights and don't buy whatever car I tell you to. Yeah, okay. What are you going to tell me to buy?
I'm merely giving you...
buy a Japanese car. Oh, you mean the same country that bombed Pearl Harbor? Yeah, that's great advice, Nick.
But didn't we show them the second son twice?
Yeah. And if you were to listen to my grandmother, whose birthday would have been today, she thinks we should have showed it to him a lot more times, to which I said, I don't think that would have been a great idea, but sure, Grandma.
But because of that, they make really good cars now that last forever. So I'm fine with that.
It's like Marty said, they make all the best stuff in Japan. They make all sorts of great shit. I'm not opposed to buying Japanese stuff. I just already own Japanese stuff.
I was merely conveying my experiences to you. That's all I was doing.
I would like to advance my dominion over other access powers.
Well, we are.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
All right, guys. Well, folks, hopefully you enjoyed episode 410 of the show. Nick, yes.
One more thing. I have a really good show recommendation. Please take this. It's called Startup. It's it's
not very good.
It's actually really good. It started in 2018. It stars. Let's see. I'll read you the synopsis. The gritty drama follows unlikely tech entrepreneur behind a brilliant idea, a powerful FBI agent who can make or break those he comes in contact with. Not only for the right reason. Set in Miami, Izzy Morales creates a revolutionary, unregulated digital currency called GenCoin. A young banker named Andy decides to partner with Izzy, infusing the project with cash that Andy's father is desperate to conceal. The trio ends up on the radar of FBI financial crimes agent Phil Risk, who is on Andy's trail. The star is Martin Freeman's the FBI guy, and also Adam Brody. Basically, think of it as Silicon Valley meets what the fuck was it? Breaking Bad.
You know, sports fans, Kendo and I.
Sorry, just keep talking.
Basically, Silicon Valley meets Breaking Bad. There's drug money involved. This girl's a hacker. She's trying to make her own stuff, and they also get this guy from like Little Haiti in Miami, who's into a lot of gangs and who's basically their hitman for a bit, who tries to help them get started. It's extremely violent. It's so much fun. Also, there's really unneeded sex scenes in it, and it's one of those things where I thought it was okay, but they come out of nowhere and they last way longer than they should.
Oh, great!
But it's one of those things where it's I don't mind a good sex scene if it's done correctly, but this is out of nowhere. They're just banging on the table. It's okay, why?
You're old now, Nick.
Yeah, way to go, Nick. You made gratuitous violence and sex sound so exciting and entertaining.
Oh no, the gratuitous violence is amazing. They blow people's heads off every episode. It's wonderful.
I am Jordan fans.
Jeff over here is fucking up. Man. He's fucking up. He's fucking up. No, I would really recommend Startup. It's all on all 3 seasons are on Tubi. It's there for free to watch, so go check it out.
It's pronounced Tubby.
Tubby. I hate how much I watch Tubby. I'm just like, I'm paying for everything else, but I go to Chubby.
But you go there, they got all sorts of great shit for free.
But no, because I needed an alternative to Silicon Valley after I was done with it, and this one is way grittier, and I was just like, it's really good. It's really, really good. Like Martin Freeman playing a crooked FBI agent is fucking awesome. He does such a good job at that. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I like that actor.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I've seen him do the American accent before and do that kind of thing, but he always plays like he's just like the very nervous, like second guy. But this one, like, he does a really good job of being an asshole. It's really good.
We had another message from Xavier to God. Thank you, Xavier to God. It's been said that Braun doesn't want to use this name Steiner.
By who? That's my follow-up, because if you're a Steiner, why wouldn't you want to use the name Steiner? Like, I get when they didn't let him use the name Steiner. It's just like it's the same stupid Vince McMahon shit when they had fucking Kurt Hennig's son and they didn't let him use Hennig. They're like, no, you can't be a Hennig. We got to call you Curtis Axel for some stupid ass reason.
Michael McGillicuddy first.
Well, they called him Michael McGillicuddy first for some probably equally stupid ass reason. So yeah, there's that. But
I forgot about that, dude. Curtis Axel was legit though for a minute.
Axelmania was so fun.
They had a great opportunity with him, and they completely fumbled the ball like they do with everything else almost, it seems. That isn't carbon copies of something else. Folks, if you also want a really good TV show to watch that's fun and entertaining, watch Claim to Fame.
I was going to ask you, what'd you think of this week's episode?
I thought it was great that Molly Ringwald's cousin got knocked out when she thought she was like this master manipulator. I'm smarter than everybody else, biatch, only for the dude with the mustache to turn on her and sell her out to the idiot friend of his. Because at the end of the day, their logic was sound. Like, she had his clue that could point to her identity if she could actually understand how to read it, which she can't. And she made a pact with those other two that all three of them were going to work together. And the first time she realized that, Adam's a bit of a fucking trombone short of an orchestra, that she decided she was going to just give up on him and screw him over and turn everybody against him. And his boy HUD was like, nah, bros before hoes. And it not like it mattered, because she thought she was like, all good in the hood because she got the one girl that had her clue knocked out. But that lady shared it with everybody. And so it was kind of fun watching her go down, which is hilarious because with John Cryer's relative getting wiped out earlier in the thing, you would have thought that she would have been more in tune to that. Like, oh, shoot, her relative and my relative freaking know each other from working with each other a lot 35, 40 years ago.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised she got eliminated because the way that episode felt, it was very much like this guy is
editing. Yeah. The editing on that episode was very heavy on trying to get you to either turn on her or pay more attention to her, which I've noticed that with some of the editing, like with some of the people that they tend to show more of during the episode, that usually leads to like, I don't know, a lot of times they end up getting, knocked out, which funny enough, out of all the guest offs this season, this was the first actual correct one, even if the guy had to write Molly Ringwald's name down on his wrist.
That part blew me away.
Because he's that much of a div that he could not remember the name.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know, man. Shane seems to be in a really good position, even though I've got Shane narrowed down to two people that I know he's got to be one of the two based on the clues. So he said his sister's godfather is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was the godfather to the one girl, Richie, whatever her name was.
Nicole Richie. And he was also the godfather to one of Marlon Brando's either kids or grandkids. So Shane is either related to Marlon Brando or Lionel Richie. Although Nicole Richie was adopted by
Lionel Richie. So I don't know. Danny is my current favorite person on the show. I love Danny. I could have sworn he was related to The Rock just with the way he looked and he talked. He acted like one of them Samoan dudes. But no, he's just some like New Yorker dude. But he's currently my favorite because he seems like an actual cool dude to want to hang out with. Diedrich is toast as soon as somebody gets a chance to be in the guest off and be, backed against the wall because everybody knows he's related to Michael Jackson. It's 100% related.
He looks like a Jackson.
He looks like a Jackson. He even called himself Mr. Jackson at one point and talked about going to Neverland Ranch. It's like, not everybody got into Neverland Ranch there, bud. You're kind of selling yourself out. The one girl, Mackenzie, I know who she is now based on the wine clue that the Shane guy pulled. 6'6" country star who won an award. The only 6'6" country star that I can think of that won an award, tall guy, is Trace Atkins. She's done. I've got nothing on Adam. I'm thinking that HUD, the mustache dude, that is John Cougar Mellencamp, based on his clue about like the heart throb something in the 80s. And there was something else. I don't remember what it was. I can't think of it off the top of my head. The Scarecrow walking backwards, that's Diedrich. That's the Wiz. Michael Jackson played the Scarecrow in The Wiz.
Remember, HUD said on today's episode or last night's episode about the Scarecrow as his.
But it's not though. The clue he was deflecting because the clue was pulled for Diedrich.
Oh, but he was the thing is he was. Oh, okay. I thought he was talking to the camera when he said it by himself.
No, he thought it was his, but he didn't realize that the Scarecrow walking backwards.
Oh, okay.
The Scarecrow that walks backwards. Michael Jackson in The Wiz played the Scarecrow. What did he famous for? Walking backwards, doing the moonwalk.
That's all he's known for, not singing, nothing else.
No, that's okay. No, you're right. That's not all he's known for, but that's a good clue. And then I don't remember who else is on the show at this point to be able to tell you if I've got him figured out or not. But that's one of those reality shows. Folks, I hate reality shows. I really do. Survivor can eat my ass with a spoon. I don't care. But the Claim to Fame show is actually fun because it's like a game show that you can play. And unlike in season 1, when there was a couple people that came on the camera thing, like, yeah, my name is so-and-so, my relative is so. It's like, why are you telling us? We're trying to guess this shit. We can play at home,
Yeah, they figured that out.
Last season was great when Tom Hanks's niece completely melted down and acted like a total idiot in the very first episode. That was great.
That was great. She went screaming off the set.
Oh so my God. There's been a couple of meltdowns at eliminations. Hers was a meltdown. Whoopi Goldberg's granddaughter, when she got knocked out in season 1, she went out with a bang, essentially cussing people out down the stairs. But yeah, when Tom Hanks's niece got fucking knocked out in the very first episode of last season, it was amazing because like they've got this thing called a clue wall where there's all these like clues that key you in. And one of the things was like the little green bench from Forrest Gump. And somebody pointed out, they're like, that's that green bench. That's like in Forrest Gump. So instead of playing it off or playing it cool, she's like, that's not probably what it is. She immediately injected herself in the conversation to try to deflect from it, which immediately said, yeah, that's Tom Hanks's relative. And yeah, it was amazing. It was beautiful. But I'm done talking about Claim to Fame because Dion's tired.
Well, folks, Kendo and I will be back next time with an all Claim to Fame episode at the end of the season. So,
dude, I am more than willing to talk about all of Claim to Fame. I actually don't hate the Jonas Brothers. I never had anything against the Jonas Brothers, but I like them now. Kevin and Franklin seem kind of cool.
Franklin's my favorite one because he's
my favorite one too. Yeah, he seems like a cool dude.
He's just a host of some TV show. People are like, you like the Jonas Brothers? No, but this guy doesn't sing. He's just a TV show.
He's the one that's not in the band. He's just on the TV show with Kevin, who is not an insufferable prick in this show.
I may need to try to watch that and see how that is because
you have no idea what's going on. So what you need to do is you need to get Zulu or something and start at the very beginning.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'll do. Yeah, because like I hate reality TV as well. Like I absolutely fucking hate it. It's just the worst thing. But if you recommend it and you say it's good,
it's fun because it's reality TV, but it's like a game show that you want to play.
Gotcha.
You're like, I want to figure out who these people are. I want to see their dumbasses fail. Because that's the best part. Dude, the number of incorrect guesses this season has been tremendous compared, and also last season too. Because season 1, everybody was like knocking people out left and right with correct guesses. Like, but the last 2 seasons, there's been so many incorrect. And those are the best ones. Like with fucking Donny Osmond's kid last season. One person, their clues were narrowed him down as like Utah, this and that and the other thing, and like the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Somebody was able to convince him that was fucking Elton John was his relative.
Yeah. Elton John's gay.
Because Elton John is from Utah and is a Mormon. They also incorrectly guessed him. They also were like way the fuck off with something else that he was too. And it's just like, how are you not getting this? How are you this stupid? Well, one, he looks like Donny Osmond. It's like in the first season, Simone Biles' sister is in there, and they keep her for a long time because she is what is known as a layup. If you get trapped and you have to guess somebody, that's the easiest one to get. You know why? She looks exactly like Simone Biles. Like you put them side by side, you're like, those two are sisters. It's easy to tell. They look exactly like each other.
I need to
start at the beginning. Start at the beginning, and then you could check in with us and be like, how are these people this stupid? Be like, they just are.
Nick, you can watch a season in an afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, there's only like 9 episodes, and with no commercials, they're like 35 minutes.
Gotcha. I might do that because I need, once again, the show startup is ending and I need something else to watch. And if I can watch idiots try to guess things, that seems like fun. So
Claim to Fame is a perfect lateral step from that quality television series.
Yeah.
Oh man, but no, I really do recommend Startup. It's a lot of fun. Claim to Fame. I'm going to get on that. That seems like fun.
You have to. It's must see TV for me. Like the skip week that they have, where they get to like see episodes like 7 or 8 of the season, and then they skip a week, and then they hit you with 9 and 10, the 2 finals back to back nights. I can't handle the skip week. It just throws my rotation completely off. Dude, moving across time zones has screwed my. I'm like, this show comes on at 8 o'clock, and it's like this show comes on at 8 o'clock. Now it's like this show comes on at 9 o'clock.
I'm glad you're such a loyal viewer. It makes it's nice to talk about it with somebody else.
Yeah, it's fun.
Xavier,
we should do a Claim to Fame little side podcast one day. We'll do it after Nick starts watching the show.
Fair enough.
3 guys who just randomly watch reality TV shows and are,
you know what? I really,
about it.
I would really love them to bring back American Gladiator. I fucking love that show.
Laser and Taser and Laser.
So many other type of Azers.
And Michelle.
Yeah, because that show was like the most fun to watch. It was so much fun.
I always liked that stupid show, Supermarket Showdown.
That was good too. That was good too.
Yeah. Xavier to God, is Steiner a good promo or so bad it's good and better than the pipe bomb?
What?
Is it better?
So he's not. It's not better than the pipe bomb, but Steiner's just a good promo. But he also flirts with that being. So he's not bad at promos. A bad promo is Jumpin' Jeff Farmer. Yeah, that's a bad promo. Yep, that's a bad promo. Or anything Sable ever did. Those are bad promos. Being able to give a promo that makes absolutely no damn sense and is silly as shit. That's not being bad at promos. That's still being good at promos as long as you hook people in. Look at the Michael McGillicuddy. Now is the time, is the moment. The time that is the moment of McGillicuddy. That is a bad promo. But even the fat asses thing, as stupid of a promo it is, that is still a good promo.
Yeah.
That's the difference. So he's not bad at promos. They're not so bad they're good. They're always good promos, and it's not better than the pipe bomb. Because at least with the pipe... When Scott Steiner gave a promo like that, you knew he was being Scott Steiner. At least with CM Punk, it blurred the lines a little bit. Hi, buddy. One day, Daddy will show you who Big Papa Pump is.
Holler if you hear him.
Yeah. For all his freaks out there.
Team 3. So, guys, I think it's time to go. So, folks, thank you for watching. Till next time, be smart. Be safe. Nick is in the middle of a thunderstorm, or the
no. Hold on. This is a thunderstorm. This is a thunderstorm.
Dude, you're gonna give Japanese kids seizures. Stop it.
I'm trying not to. I'm really trying not to. I was trying to turn these off, but it ain't working. But Jeff, go on, please. I'm interrupting him.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo.
There you go. All right, so this is how we will go, folks. Be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Okay, listen, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I got freaks 9 days out of the week.